What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jab Queen Boxing, and we are back. We are ready and we are live. My apologies for being late today. I have some things I just couldn't move around. But anyway, we are here. It is another fight night, not a huge one, but still some good cards overall. I know last night there were some good fights on. So shout out to some of the winners of those cards. I do have a couple of snippets that I just thought was like, whoa. I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch some of these fights, but first of all, shout out to Luis Ortiz. He had a first round knockout. Yes, honey, at 46 years old. At 46, still laying niggas out. That's what I'm talking about. So definitely shout out to him. Let's not forget that Gabrielle Fundora fights tonight. They had their, I believe, last weigh-in last night between her and the young lady's name, I believe, is Alexis Kabecki.
These two face off. It got spicy yesterday at the press conference. Kubicki says she's coming for the upset. Fundora said, I'm going to show her. This is the co-main on DAZN, WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, and ring flyweight titles on the line. Fundora, Kubicki. We'll see them tomorrow night in the co-main. As Eric Gomez, Golden Boy president, tries to get between them. They don't want to listen, Eric.
So that fight is on tonight. That is a co-main event to the Collazo fight. He defends his unified WBA and WBO at 105 pounds. Lord have mercy, grown man. And then she will be defending her title as well, her undisputed title on the co-main. That card starts at 8 p.m. on DAZN. It's a doubleheader, so y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. Also tonight, I told y'all the other night, I believe I told y'all Saturday that Briar is fighting tonight. He is the headliner on this card. And then the co-main event is going to be Tierra Brown versus Gongora. This is also a title defense. Both fights are actually title defense. Briar Gorin, he is defending his 140-pound title, and so is Tierra. She's defending her flyweight title. So that also will be on tonight, DAZN, 8 o'clock. So that's tonight's events. Those were, well, that knockout was last night's event. There was also another knockout on one of those other cards, like a boxing NTN or THN card.
Wow. That one definitely got his attention. Wow. 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 Hard right hand! Referee's gonna stop it!
Kurt Scooby got the stoppage, so shout out to him last night as well. Let me see what's going on with everybody. Hey, CJ, what's up? How you doing? Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Quick, what's going on? The pinks, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, the pink slip means you lose, you're done. So, lose or retire, yeah, pretty much. When you lose, you're finished. So, that fight between Diaz and Mendez, yeah, they got to get it together. They literally fighting for their life or their livelihood, if you shall say. But yes, that card starts at 8 p.m. and they will be the the fourth fight on that card. So I'm definitely going to tune in to see that because they got a lot riding on this fight, this particular fight anyway. Um, Now, there has been some other little itty bitty news that's not, I mean, not going on. We have some upcoming fights, obviously, we know. Thursday, I did let y'all all know that, Katie Taylor, she has decided to go ahead and take a leave of absence from the sport of boxing. I don't necessarily believe she's going to fully retire, although she hasn't stated that. I do know that she's just taking some time off. As I stated to you all Thursday, that she is going to be putting her status in recess. Apparently, now Alicia Baumgartner has decided to follow in her footsteps. She will be vacating her 130-pound title. Now, from what I can understand, it doesn't appear that she's going to be moving up or anything. She's just handing back her WBC super featherweight belt. She's been champion, obviously, since 2021 after knocking out Terry Harper. And she's had 6 successful title defenses since. So, maybe she just wants to take some time to herself. Who knows? But she as well will be giving back her 130-pound belt. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is back at number 1 in the WBC at 154 pounds after being bumped down to number 2 last month, I believe. Now he is back up at number 1. Yeah. Now he is back up at number 1. Now, I know on Thursday I told you all that Frank Martin was coming back, but we didn't know for sure who his opponent would be, but now we are sure. He will be taking on Ramses Bartholomew, and he will be on the undercard of Fundora versus Keith Thurman on October 25th. And as usual, as that fight approaches, we will go more into detail with it. This is just pretty much the news letting y'all know what's coming down the pipe. Now, before as well, we heard that Kid Austin was going to be fighting Maritala, but obviously they have swapped out that opponent, and now he will be fighting Jojo Diaz on the Virgin and Lubin undercard. So this is going to be, I believe it says, a 10-round fight. As the fight approaches, obviously we'll be giving out more details, but I just know that there has been a swap, so I wanted you guys to know that he won't be fighting Maritala anymore. For right now, it looks like the opponent is going to be Jojo Diaz. This is going to be on a Golden Boy card, and apparently Oscar De La Hoya is just Golden Boy crazy because this will also, I'm assuming, well, he's going to be on the undercard of the Lubin and Ortiz fight, and as you can see, they have their little stacked card here. Obviously, we know Virgil is fighting Lubin, and now Kid Schofield is fighting Jojo Diaz. We got Eduardo on here, Fun Hut, and then Stevens. So once their opponents get announced or become more readily available, I will obviously let you guys know more of that information when we get that information. Congratulations, actually, to Abu. I believe it is Abbas Baru. He has become full champion. Obviously, Canelo, Crawford has the 168-pound belt fully now, so Abu will be upgraded to full champion at 154 pounds. So shout out to him definitely for that. Now, I want to talk just about a few things that I saw over these last couple of days. Obviously, we were here Thursday. So over these last little 2 days, I was able to see a couple of snippets of a few things. And I just want to kind of talk briefly about some of those. Just want to make sure I got the news out of the way as usual. Now, I did see this. Well, first I saw, where is it? First I saw this announcement, right? Teofimo versus Shakur Stevenson. People are wondering, obviously who would win. That's a pretty good matchup. Teofimo, he's known to get up for some of his fights. So that's a fight that I'm going to just be 50-50 on. They're both very talented, both very skilled. You never know really which Teo you're going to get in the ring at that particular time. So that's just my particular thoughts. And then I saw, shout out to No City, he had Brian Norman Senior up there with Kenny and Greg Hackett. So here was a little snippet of their conversation regarding Teofimo Lopez.
What do you guys think about Shakur and Teofimo?
I don't think it's gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
You too.
I know I was gonna be on with Kenny. I knew you was gonna tap me in, but I didn't know I was gonna be on with Kenny. But he absolutely
it ain't happening.
That fight ain't happening. Tio don't want to fight nobody.
I told you.
He ain't got it up here. Like some
I
people
told you
think
he
he ain't
ain't
got
got it upstairs.
it upstairs. He ain't got it here. He ain't got
I
it.
agree.
He ain't
I
got it.
agree.
He ain't got it. He got all the talent in the world. He just ain't got it.
Yeah, young boy
That's nasty
crazy.
work.
He don't know what he want to be. That's what it is.
Right.
He don't know if he want to be an actor, a rapper.
Dancer. What?
He
Motherfucker
can't.
crazy.
I think about pressure. Y'all know this. As a fighter, man, there's some immense amount of pressure. And if you questioning yourself before the fight even gets signed,
You lost.
man, listen to me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, to what degree that y'all do know when you get to the fight and when I'm talking about the day of the fight, the week of the fight, the closer the fight get, your mind starts to bother you.
So, I have these very same questions, right, about Tio. Even last week, during the whole Crawford and Canelo press run, and it seems like, Shakur was able to kind of corner him and ask him a few questions about the fight. He just didn't even seem sure of himself, right? So, okay, so here.
Shakur, it was Devin, it's Teofimo, Ryan. And I was like, out of these two dudes, I always thought that Shakur was probably the most talented out the group, but I always thought that Tio was the most complete. Now you had
They wrote him off in the Four Kings. He should have been on that list. You know what I'm saying? We should have, instead of having four kings, it could have been like the five or something.
I
of that
actually
nature.
think that you were the most physically talented, gifted athletically, but you were the most schooled defensively.
Yo, he was what was it?
Not just
Two-time
defensively.
Olympic,
Yeah, and
two-time
a
junior
very
Olympic
fast
world
IQ.
champion.
Yep.
Was you a two-time Olympic junior? Yeah, see, junior Olympic world champion, gold medalist twice, right? And then a silver medalist in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. So we know each other very well. It's come to that point now. He's from Brick City. I'm from the concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? So let's make that happen. Let's get it cracking.
And it seems like both
So
of you.
where we fighting at?
Yo, actually, let's ask everybody, where would you like to see us two fight? You call that right there, and it'll be live on Netflix. Cross our fingers, right? Let's make that happen. What you say?
I'm cooking you, bro.
Let's go, champ.
I just have so many mixed feelings about Teofimo Lopez. I really, really do. Teofimo Lopez, to me, I don't think he does know what he wants to do or where he wants to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I love to put up that little, here we go right here. When I saw this, I just knew Tio is on some bullshit sometimes. But really and truly, I'm not sure if this fight even takes place. I know Shakur, obviously he wants this fight really bad. But who knows if this fight really takes place? Lately, Teofimo has kind of just been all over the place. I mean, this year alone, you know what I'm saying? It's been like 3 failed attempt fights, the Devin thing. And then I know Keyshawn will step in for Devin or step in for Boots or whatever the case may be. It seems like he chases unrealistic fights. And then when fights that are more, I guess, in his caliber or in his realm of reach, he just doesn't seem to be interested in those. And I get it; these are prize fighters, and they're fighting for a prize. So, what I want to know, right, is if what you're getting for Shakur is more than you were offered for Devin. That's what I really want to know, right? If this fight even takes place, gets to the finish line, which I share the same sentiments as B. Norman Sr. and all the rest of the gentlemen that Mill City had on that panel, I am just not quite sure that this fight will make it to the finish line. I know that they had some issues supposedly with Teofimo's payment. They told him one thing and then put another thing on paper. That's what he claims the issue was when it came to Devin. Obviously, we know that Jerron Boots Ennis just was not interested in a fight with him. And then so now we have Shakur seeking a fight with Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds. The reason, obviously, that I said that I'm not so sure that fight even takes place is simply because Teofimo just lately has a history of kind of flaking out. It just doesn't seem like his heart is in this anymore, right? It doesn't seem like this is something that he really wants to do, be a professional boxer anymore. Don't get me wrong, he seems like he loves to be in the camera. Every time, he puts up a live or something he dance on or working out. So it's obvious he loves attention and he wants to be some sort of star. I just don't feel like his heart is in it to work for it anymore. I really think like his claim to fame was the Lomachenko fight, and that's like he's accomplished that goal. So almost in his mind, it's like, what else left is there to do, right? So that's just the way that I view Teofimo Lopez these days. Um, he's definitely a talented young man for sure. You know, when Teo gets up for a fight, he definitely in that fight. You know, he's definitely nothing to sneeze at or take lightly by any means if he gets up for the fight. You know what I'm saying? So he's just kind of like all over the place lately, and I'm just not sure this fight sees the finish line. And it won't be because of Shakur. It'll definitely be because of Teo. You know, Shakur seems like he's very adamant about fighting him, and wants to make it happen. So if he can actually somehow, some way trap Teofimo Lopez in a little rat trap and get his ass in the ring, kudos to him. That's one battle won already. Just getting him in the ring is really going to be the real test. So we're going to see if that actually happens. I'm definitely keeping my eye on that for a fact. Um, you know, I saw some other foolish shit that I wanted to go over. Now, somebody tell me they lying, that I'm lying, my eyes is not seeing this. Ryan Garcia has now put out a targeted hit list. He wants to fight Teofimo Lopez. He wants a rematch with Tank. He wants to fight Shakur, and he also wants to fight Terrence Crawford. Now, Ryan Garcia is he's talented. He's talented as hell too. I just don't when he's focused. He's another one that kind of I believe wants to be more of a star than a real boxer. To my recollection, Ryan Garcia has never been a champion. He's always been, you know, well, his I won't say he's always been in big fights, but his fights have always been made a big deal, I guess, because he is a golden boy. You know, Ryan is an attractive looking young man. He does have a lot of followers on social media, you know, which translates into dollars for him because, as you can see, his fans do come out and they do support him in certain fights. It just seems like when things in the ring don't go Ryan's way, I don't know how much dog Ryan has in him, is what I'm trying to say. We see that he quit in there with Gervonta Tank Davis. We see that, you know, when Rolly put him on his ass, you know what I'm saying? It kind of took the fight out of him. Albeit, just to put everything in full context, he did have like wrist surgery or hand surgery, or something of that nature in that fight. If that is all true, then maybe he should have pushed that fight or just waited, or he should rematch him instead of worrying about trying to rematch Gervonta Tank Davis. These are prize fighters, so obviously he's looking for the biggest prize he can get. But I mean, stop chasing Tank. He has bigger things to worry about. Teofimo Lopez, like I said, it's hard to say with Teo. He's kind of up and down. I don't think that you know, Bud will fight him. Shakur has said before that he was interested in a fight with Ryan Garcia, so maybe that's a possibility for him. Who knows? Can y'all hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me. My sound been going in and out. Let me see. Okay, now y'all can hear me. Okay, good. Sorry, I don't know what the hell be happening. But anyway, I don't know what Ryan got going on. He's saying that he wants to fight these guys. I don't think that's even going to be a possibility. I know Bud ain't thinking about him. I doubt Tank is thinking about him. Tio, if he can get him in the ring, sure. Shakur said before that he was open to a fight with Ryan Garcia, so there's that. Right now, so essentially, let's see. I also saw. I know that I try to. No, I'm just gonna say it. This is the reason that I don't like this girl, right? So she has taken issue, and by she I mean Clarissa Shields, has taken issue with Max Kellerman stating that Bud Terrence Crawford, are the only legitimate 4 division world champions in boxing. Obviously, as you can see, she was a little upset about his comments. I don't think he said it intentionally to offend her. Maybe he wasn't thinking about the whole landscape of boxing in total. This is not the first time, though, that she has said something when somebody has mentioned this. I believe at the post conference, or even that same very night, she made mention of the same thing about her name not being included when, I guess, I don't know, speaking about these fights or who's championships and what divisions, and records being broken. I don't want to say that she's insecure, um, but she really has an issue. Um, I guess when people get credit around her and she doesn't seem to receive it, I think she really has an issue with that. We had this issue before, and I mentioned this before when she went to the BET Awards, and the young lady that plays basketball won the award over her. She seemed to have an issue with that. So I don't know if it's just her competitive nature or or what it is going on with her. But I said it before, and I'll make mention of it again. Sometimes when you think things, you don't always have to speak them. It's not necessary in every situation, right? This is your friend, right? Y'all are all little buddies. You, Shakur, him, y'all are all friends. This is his time to shine. So just kind of let that happen without you mentioning your stats all the time, because it's really not necessary. And honestly, it gives tacky, and it gives insecure, and it gives pick me. I understand you don't want to be forgotten, and I understand that you don't want to be overlooked. Like nobody does when they work hard for anything. But in that particular moment, it's not always necessary for you to insert yourself into the spotlight. This is a reason that a lot of people, including myself, don't really like her. So yes, she was hating on Angel Reese. So this is like one of the reasons that she's not really, she rubs me the wrong way, is when she says and does things like that, right? That whole little, that was unnecessary in my opinion for her to even speak about, because who cares? Right now we're talking about your friend and his accomplishments at this particular time. Nobody really needs to go into all of that, right? I did see, obviously we know that the Fandora and Thurman card is coming up, and on that card we do know that Oshaki Foster is fighting Cool Boy. He did an interview with, I believe, Sean Zattel from Fight Hub, and he had some interesting things to say. So I just want to touch on that for just a second.
Oshaki Foster defending the title in Las Vegas, MGM Grand, October 25th, against a 2-division champ, trying to be a 3-division champ. Cool Boy Steph, Stephen Fulton. Oshaki, man, what were your takeaways from LA? How'd you size him up?
Man, I think he a fat boy. He think he heavy, but he fat. Really not too much size. Like I figured he a little bit taller than I expected, but it's nothing.
Yeah, because I mean, at first it's like, man, because he's supposed to be the little guy coming up from 26, and then he's got all that weight on him. It's like the size doesn't seem to be an issue. But yeah, what do you make of all that, man? Do you think he's just big? It's not gonna mean anything on fight night?
Nah, man. If you making 122, and you making 126, you're a naturally small body. It don't matter how much fat and none of that you put on. You just putting weight on yourself. You know what I mean? It don't actually mean nothing. You know what I mean? But I mean, these guys get in their head and they feel like, you know, because they walk around 165, 170, that they can step up and weight. Yeah, they'll figure out that's tougher than what they think.
One thing to get deep for a second, because I try to read the energy of both fighters. What I felt he was trying to communicate to you was because of what happened with the Inoue fight. Like that's a bottoming out moment in a man's career to lose that way and everything. He had went to the abyss and come back from it. And he seems, I read it like he seems to think he's got something on you in that regard. And I know in your personal life, you've been to the abyss and back and brought yourself back to become a champion and everything. But he seems to think he's got something you don't in that regard with that experience. Did you pick up on that too? And what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I for sure think that he think that in a way somehow gives him the edge on me. Because he keep bringing up experience and all that. I really don't see how he can compare that to anything over here. You know what I mean? It's 2 weight classes ago. I don't see no takeaways from that. But that's my thing about him. He talking like he just better than everybody, like he just the coolest guy in the world, like, you know what I mean? And we're gonna put a stop to that.
I like that. I like that. I saw that too. It's crazy that Zettel said that because I saw that too at the press conference. Um, I know that Oshaki was a little upset at the side of the table he was sitting on. He made mention of that twice of him being over there. Fulton kind of picked at him a little bit for that. But then when they did do the stand up and the face to face, obviously they post to pop shit back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They fight is that's what they do. They got to build the fight. But I have been kind of sensing that kind of attitude from him too. So that's interesting that Sattel said that because Fulton, for whatever reason, does think like this is going to be like easy work pretty much for him, and I'm not so sure that that's true. Um, I don't know why he thinks that being in there with Inoue somehow gives him some sort of like edge over Foster because he lost that fight. Like this is my issue that I take with people going on like draw tours and loser tours and all of this stuff. Like you can only do these type of runs and these type of tours and have this type of mentality and this type of attitude if you come out on the other side unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you went in there and fought anyway and but you lost. You know what I'm saying? Badly. So I'm not really sure what type of edge he thinks that gives him over Foster. But we're definitely going to see, on the 25th, we're going to see what happens in that particular situation. So I'm very eager to see that. I see, Sean Patel basically saw what I saw as well in that particular instance. I'm not sure what the hell he had going on, but now, um, as I said before, only when you go into the abyss or the fire and you come out on the other side and you come out the winner can you kind of run around here and make all these type of um, assertions and act like you somewhat better than everybody or however the hell Fulton sees the situation going. Now he did come back and redeem himself in his last fight. You know what I mean? Which is obviously that's what's up, but this is going to be something different. I'm not saying that Foster is going to walk through him, but I'm just saying that I don't think that Fulton is maybe taking him as serious as he should be. Maybe he do know something about him that the rest of us don't know, or maybe he sees something that maybe you know Foster isn't aware that he may see, or a flaw that he may have that maybe Fulton doesn't know that Foster doesn't know that Fulton sees. Who knows? But to just have that mentality off of a loss is crazy. Is crazy work to me. Um, so we definitely going to see how that fight plans out. And we're gonna see, obviously who comes out on top. You can pop all the shit you want to, but only when your hand get raised can that shit be validated. So we definitely gonna see what's going on. Um, Bernie the Boxer, obviously, the internet is flooded with just interviews and him. Obviously, he's on Crawford's team, so he is going to have him, he's going to support him completely and 100%. So he also was on Mill City, I believe earlier. Mill City asked him a series of questions regarding that fight and regarding some other fights, comparing them to Crawford's fights. And, this is what he said.
They needed a rematch clause, because I think they're big enough that and
Trumps
depending
that.
on how the fight would go, that either one could it's a competitive fight. Either one could enact that. You know what I mean? And the public would demand it. So I don't think that they needed to do that. But you got to take your hat off to Bud because he didn't want to wait. He didn't have no clause and nothing. He didn't have no rematch clause. He didn't have no weight clause. He didn't have nothing. He wanted to fight him straight out, and that's what he did. He just beat him with no stipulations.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
nothing in the background, nothing, no safety nets,
No
So
safety nets,
sure.
no rehydration clauses, none of that. Do you
Yeah.
feel like that elevates the wins that when it comes down to some of the guys that he was able to share the ring with? When I mean by Canelo, I mean Canelo, he lost to Bevo. Lots of
Hmm.
people said because he went up in weight, the weight
Hmm.
and the size was a factor. When it
Yeah.
comes down to Floyd Mayweather, he was too young at the time.
Hmm.
And now you got Bud Crawford that takes this challenge at 168 pounds for the undisputed title at 168. I mean, do
Hmm.
you feel like that kind of trumps or just the performance alone of him putting hands on Canelo more than these other two guys? What do you think? I mean,
I
what do you
think so.
grade that?
I think so. I think so. I think his performance was better.
Mm, mm, mm. Um, like I said, I understand him having all this, faith in Crawford, and he did look good in his fight against Canelo. Right before y'all start talking about I'm hating, I'm always gonna give somebody props for what they do. I'm just never gonna glaze them. That's the difference, right? So let's get into those particular fights. Canelo, albeit he had quite a few fights when he fought Canelo. I mean, when he fought Mayweather, but he was still green. Canelo was 23 years old. Let's not forget he's been boxing since he was 15. So naturally, even though he had 20, maybe 30 fights, the boy was still 23 years old, right? However, in that particular fight, Mayweather did not take any punches. Rarely took any punches. Mayweather's defense is second to none. Right. Now, they both beat him. Yes, they did. We know that Canelo struggles with people who can move, with pure boxers. He has difficulty with these type of fighters, which is, I'm assuming, why he does not fight them often. Right. Now, I mean, it's been said that Oscar made a point to say that, he kept Canelo away from certain type of fighters throughout his career because of, that maybe he saw those struggles in Canelo earlier in his career because he was with Golden Boy um, during that particular time. However, I'm not going to say that it was better or worse in any way. They both beat the man, although Canelo was younger. It was done a little bit more impressively to me in that situation. Now, however you viewed that fight is how you viewed that fight. I believe the scorecards came out. They were a little bit different than what people saw. And I've been told obviously CompuBox doesn't tell the full story. I do not think that it was a complete wash. You know what I'm saying? I gave Canelo a few rounds, more than what I'm seeing a lot of other people giving him. But to me, hey Rick, but to me, it kind of just the reason I watch a lot of fights on mute is because sometimes the commentary can shape your view of a fight, right? Like, so if you're watching a fight and obviously you can tell the commentary was heavily in Bud's favor, right? Anything that he did, I believe, was like magnified, right? And kind of like, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? And then some of the things that I feel Canelo did well just wasn't even mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of just be watching. If you're just listening to the commentation, you think that Canelo was just standing there getting pieced up. It was some good back and forth. It was definitely a competitive fight. I did not see a wash. Some people may have looked at it that way, and it all depends. It could also depend on who you wanted to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? So people look at things through a different lens. Did he beat him clearly? Yes, he did. But to say that he did better than Mayweather, I don't agree with that. Or to say he did better than Bivol, I don't agree with that either. You know what I'm saying? He is the third man to beat Canelo. Yes, he is. To beat Canelo. Yes, he is. Did he? He did it. Yes, he did. There's no. I don't think that anybody could really argue it one way or the other. I just don't think that it was as far apart as a lot of people would have you think. Or have you believe. I believe it was one round, either the seventh or the ninth. They both had 29% of punches landed. So it can't be a wash with stuff like that going on the scorecards. To me, 7 and 9 was a push. I thought it was some really good work back and forth, especially round 9. I definitely was like, damn, I don't know who really won that round. You know what I'm saying? But some of the rounds were clearly Bud, and some of the rounds I thought were clearly Canelo. So again, it's all about, I guess, who you really wanted to win that fight. And listening to the commentary, as I said before, they were heavily in Crawford's favor throughout the whole event. You could tell from the ring walk, or all that. I had to put that on mute too, because it was like, good God, what are we talking about here? Is Jesus in here, or are they two boxers? So it kind of just became a little bit. You could just see the theme of how things were going. Now, that's on Canelo to get in there and step his shit up. You know what I'm saying? I put no boxer in the witness protection program whatsoever. These are grown men. They fight for a living. I'll be damned if I fight for them. But just putting things in perspective, I don't think you can say that, Bud did better than Mayweather in that particular situation. I just don't agree with that. Some people say, Canelo may need to retire. I don't think he will. I think Canelo got maybe a couple more good fights in him. Now, it's a lot of wear and tear on that damn car, because Canelo, the nigga, got like what, 65 goddamn fights? And he's what, 34 years old? You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious he stay active, and then in that activity you get a couple of lumps and bumps on the way. So, who's to say what he should do and what he shouldn't do? I don't believe he will retire. I'm not sure who is left at 168 for him to fight that he hasn't fought already. But just as I posed the question on, Thursday, if Bud drops these belts, which history tells us that he will, because he doesn't really seem to stay and defend. But if he drops these belts, that leaves the whole division wide, completely open. Who do we see stepping up and claiming the crown at 168 pounds? I mean, do we see one person doing it, or do we see the belts being spread all over the place? We do know that, Canelo Wayne collected all of those belts. So, naturally, I don't know if he'll go back and try and redo the shit all over again. So who knows what the future is holds in store for him. I don't think he has any reason to hold his head down, though. Canelo's resume is pretty damn solid. You know what I'm saying? So 3 losses in your entire career. Some people say maybe he cherry picked a bunch of fights. Okay, but I mean, he still had to win those. His whole career has been cherry picking. I don't know if that's the case. Some say his step up fights he lost, the 3 that he had. You know what I mean? But 3 step up fights in his whole career, that was it. You know what I'm saying? So. You know what? I did see, hey, Coach Beast, I did see something about Andreas too. So yeah, definitely gonna be interesting. That's definitely gonna be interesting. I actually did forget about him. So yeah, now that you mentioned that, thank you, because I definitely did forget about him. Yeah, yeah, thank you, Mark. You know what? That's what I'm saying, right? Because I know now people are trying to go with this whole angle of Mayweather and Crawford, and it's like they both beat him. Obviously Bernie's gonna say that because Bud is his man's. I just in different stages, right? Like in his career, he faced these guys, and they both happen to just be successful in his defeat. You know what I'm saying? But one or the other is like, whatever. I don't know who will reign. I don't know who will end up running 168, but that's definitely a good question. I always watch it on mute too. Let me go ahead and speak to everybody else that came in the building. What's going on, Beto? Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Hey, Slogan, babe, how are you? 42 and he fought. I thought he was 42 and 0. Yeah, but he was 23 years old, was he not? He was still young, and 42 fights at 23 is wild. That's absolutely wild. Define irony. What's going on? That's absolutely wild to me. But I don't know. I just feel like that's not really a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't have a problem with Thank Father. I think I mean I don't have a problem with anybody getting their credit for anything, especially if you deserve your credit. Obviously you should get it. But I feel like there's a time for that. No? Like there's a time and a place for everything. And at your quote unquote one of your brother's post conference, or during an interview that somebody else has, giving him his props or giving him his credit, to me it's just not really the place to do that, right? Like if you afterwards, don't get me wrong, Max Kellerman, I was at first, I was happy that he was back because I used to like him on the 24/7 thing with Mayweather, but soon as he started talking, I was like, oh man, you got to stop this, Max Kellerman. Like, you got to get off your knees, bro. There's people in here. This is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I guess he was brought back to do a specific job, you know what I mean? Which he did. But I don't think that it's there's a place for that. Just like at the BET Awards when she did that to the young lady that won. It's like, why do you feel the need to shit on other people's happiness? That's how I take it. Like, this is not about you right now. Why do you feel the need to make everything about you? That's not necessary in every situation. Let people have their moment. That's all I'm saying. Just let people have their moment. Right. Right, which is what he literally said. Thank you, Teach. That's exactly what he said. So I don't think, like I said, he didn't intentionally leave her out. I just don't think at that particular moment you fit into the equation. That's like if I'm giving Teach a compliment and then I say, I go back to something completely different and mention you just so you don't feel insecure about the situation. That's draining, bruh. That's draining that people have to constantly walk on eggshells with your feelings. That's draining to me. You know what I mean? I get it, right? Like she wants her credit. Ain't nothing wrong with Shorty wanting her credit because if she earned it, damn right she should get it. But there is a time and a place for you to request it. And it's definitely not in the middle of somebody else getting praised for an accomplishment that they just got. Right? Like this is Crawford's moment right now. He's defeated Canelo. He is now the 168-pound king for now. Why do you feel the need to insert yourself or just to make sure you're not forgotten? It's not intentional. They're just giving someone else their props. Giving someone else their props is not taking any away from you. And I think that's where she gets things a little confused, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But shout out to Berweezy in the super chat matching donations. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not sure why she does these things. Um, why she feels the need to do these things or just even insert herself. Oh, CJ Rich, I didn't even see that. Thank you, babe. I'm with Mark Nash. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I don't know, y'all. Please match my donation to support the show. Mark Nash, what's good with you? I appreciate y'all for sure. Match donations and make sure y'all smash that like button. Yeah, 23 and May. That's what I thought. Thank you, Tim Layton. I thought he was 23 years old at the time. Anyway, I mean, they both beat him, so I don't understand why it's like a competition who beat him up better. It's like really, you know what I'm saying? It's silly, man. I don't know, but y'all tell me who y'all think did it better. Y'all watched the Mayweather fight. And y'all watch this fight, right? Who knows? But I really don't. I want to know the landscape of 168 will be wide open when he drops those belts. History tells us that's what he will do. Um, he gets belts, but he never really defends them. So that whole division will be wide open. I know Mark said that Andreas is, he's going to have all the belts. So we're going to see. We're going to see what live dog steps up and really takes on takes on the champion that Well, you know what? It comes from a place in her abusive upbringing. I hope she finds peace, though. She was a good person when I met her. Oh, you actually met her? You know what? Um, I saw her. Let me tell you, I watched her sit down right with Andre Ward, and some of the things that she shared, like we're similar. Like how you can relate to certain things that certain people talk about. So I was like, dang, let me try and give her like another chance because I honestly I be constantly finding myself trying to give this girl chances, like because she is a very accomplished African American woman, and who wouldn't want like to look up to her or to have their child look up to her. You know what I'm saying? In a boxing game, she was the original champion of the 3 minute rounds, from what I understood. So it was like she does have an amazing body of work, but I feel like she tarnishes it sometimes with her behavior, right? Challenging men. She wants to fight Jake Paul. She wanted to fight Keith Thurman. You know, just the little jealous things that she does sometimes seems like it's just annoying, and then it's like it rubs you the wrong way. The personal things she got going on, I try to keep that out of it because honestly that's not my business, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about some of the things that she tweets in regards to like boxing, and some of the things that I see that she says, and then some of the ways that she behaves even at the Shakur fights and the Berlanga fights, and even at this Bud Craw, it's like in a crowd full of people, why can I still hear you the loudest? You know what I'm saying? She just has like a birdish behavior sometimes. And it irritates me. I'm being honest. It just irritates me. Like sometimes you don't have to speak everything that you think. You know what I'm saying? And I know that she gets emotional. It's almost like she's still a child inside. Like she can't control her emotional outbursts. But it's to her detriment almost. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I hope that she can, like you said, get past some of the things that are ailing her. Um, and nobody wants to be forgotten. So obviously, when you accomplish something, you want people to mention those accomplishments. But in certain situations, you kind of got to just fall back and let other people shine. You know what I mean? It's not really necessary every single time to speak out of turn or to mention things that just clearly have nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Just let some shit go sometimes. You know, I understand. I don't know. Just to me, she needs to just chill out sometimes. She just needs to chill out sometimes. But y'all come tell me what y'all think is gonna happen with Teofimo Lopez. Because like I said, a lot of people share the sentiments with me. That fight is just not gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why, Tanya. I don't know why she does stuff like that. And I try to like the girl, I really do. But I can't get jiggy with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what, Rick, and that's a good point though, right? She does go back and forth a lot. Who don't kiss up or agree? She thinks she's gorgeous, and then with I'm not gonna comment about her looks. I mean, that's for men to decide. I don't, whatever. But I do feel like she's insecure in some ways, and it shows at times. It definitely does show at times when she has these outbursts or she comes to some sort of like, I don't know, I don't want to say conclusion. Um, you know what I mean? No, I think that she was talking about this last fight, Mark, because that did annoy the shit out of me too. I could hear her, like I'm like, who is that? Who is that? And then they put the camera on her, and I saw her, and she was just screaming and yelling and hooping and hollering. She'd be screaming more in there than lyrics. I'd be like, good God. I mean, she's definitely his support system. They've been friends for a while, so I'm not gonna say that. They're definitely each other's support system. Yeah, there's not enough. Hey, Crush Babe, y'all make sure y'all smash that like. No, there's not enough competition for her up there at the weight class she is. I believe she's now at what 175. So the competition is very scarce. I do know that French on Cruz has been calling her out again as of late. At her fight, I believe with Lainey Daniels too, she said she wanted to get in the ring, but for whatever reason, she was, unable to do so, or she was supposed to get up there, but there was some miscommunication or something of that nature. I guess she wants to run that fight back, but there isn't a lot of competition. I do know that prior to this, I do know that Shadeja Green had mentioned wanting to um, wanting to fight her, but I don't think Shadeja Green is ready. Shadeja Green has a really leaky gas tank, so she's gonna definitely need to get that together if she wants to fight Clarissa Shields. But hey, Defiani, what's going on?
How you doing, Jap Queen? God bless.
What's up with you? Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just looking forward to my boy tonight, showing up and showing out. Mr. Collazo.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
who did you say Frank Martin was fighting?
He's fighting Resendez. I believe that's the young man's
Oh,
name.
Ramses Ban.
Oh
Oh,
no,
okay.
Bartholomew. Bartholomew. I'm sorry. Yes. Who is this?
Fundora Thurman Undercar. Okay, that's nice. Um, I think Kid Austin is pretty much gonna steamroll through Jojo Diaz personally. Um, how do you see that one?
Your volume is like really high. Are you real close to the phone because it's coming in real heavy?
Oh, I'm
But
sorry. Okay, how
yeah, no,
about now?
that no, you good. Yeah, probably. I mean, it is what it is. He probably definitely will. I think that Muratala would have been a more competitive fight for him for sure. But my question is now, why is he going back down to 10 rounders?
That's a great question.
He's going back down to 10 rounders, which let's I don't know if he's ready for like the championship level. The one with the first round knockout that he just had, that was supposed to be a 12 rounder, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know his fight before that it was actually a 10 rounder, but it got switched to 12 rounders at the last minute. I don't know if you knew that the last fight that he had with what's the when he fell off the stool, I forgot the guy's name that he
Before Farmer.
yeah, before Farmer, but before the whole Shakur
Uh,
debacle, I forgot that guy's name that he
Telles Giron. Rene Telles Giron, where he got dropped.
yes, got her own, yes, to tell us, yes. What's up, Rich?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Salute to the chat and the panel. I came a little late. I heard you talking about I think you was talking about Clarissa, but I ain't really get to hear too much. What else you covered? Frank Martin. Frank Martin. Um, he gonna wash the guy. Gary Antoine washing him. I I don't know. Matter of fact, I can't even say he gonna do that because I don't even look at who y'all. I don't even look at Frank Martin who y'all think Frank Martin is. I think that he's really gonna always be at a C-level fighter. He might be a gatekeeper in the next 3 years, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? What they call it, a gatekeeper? What's it called? When they send the young guys at you and beat you up, what y'all call it?
Yeah, I call it a gatekeeper, or it could be a journeyman, but gatekeeper
Yeah.
is more accurate
Yeah,
to me.
but
I
a
think.
journeyman, you have to have multiple losses on
No,
your
I
record
don't
for
think he gonna.
that.
I don't think he
That's
gonna be.
that's true.
I don't think he gonna be a journeyman. I think he's gonna be one of them guys that they gonna be like,
Somebody need to
oh,
do something up there. Somebody got some echo.
that's on the guy with the Terrence Crawford thing. But I think it's going. I think it's gonna be. I think that's what it's gonna be with Frank Martin. I mean, we could come back 3 years from now and see if I'm lying, but I really think it's gonna be to the point where fight is gonna be like a guy like Scooter Davis, Abdullah Mason probably gonna fight him and say, yeah, I got Frank Martin under my belt or whatever. I don't look at him as how people looked at him just because he had a few fights and a couple. He ain't even had. I mean, and he fought Tank and looked good till he got knocked out. He didn't even look good to me. He looked scared, but just I don't look at him as no good elite fighter at all.
Okay.
So
I wanna just Mark Nash. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what the type of crap that I'm talking about. I said, can I go live and report then? And he said, well, it's almost done. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, if he's able to trap him somehow, some way into that damn fight, then kudos to him because that's gonna be the real hard part, trapping his ass into that damn ring. But CJ Rich, what's going on with you, baby? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? My first time on the channel, new sub. Seen you like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so I had to tap in. Yeah, good. You
Oh,
have
I
good
appreciate you.
discussions. Good, honest
Oh,
discussions.
thank you. I
We don't
appreciate
always
that.
agree,
Thank
but it's all good. You feel me? So yeah,
you.
it's about having a debate.
Yeah,
It's
that's
about
right.
having
The
a debate.
conversation is always welcome. So what's going on with you though? What do you have to say about I mean any of the topics really. The one I really wanted to touch on was the Bernie the Boxer interview and then Oshaki really his statements about what he gathered from Fulton. How do you see that fight going actually? The Fulton and Foster fight.
Oh, a great fight. A great fight. Two dudes kind of at a crossroads. Careers haven't gone exactly as planned, just like little, minor blemishes. So it's a high stakes fight. It ain't that pink slip fight you put up there. I can't believe a pink slip
Oh
fight is
yeah.
crazy. Like I said,
Oh
pro
yeah, that is
wrestling,
crazy.
a retirement match. That's pro wrestling. Remind me of that. But no. But as far as Oshaki and Fulton, I got to give a slight edge to Oshaki, established at the weight class. I know it goes against what I was saying in the Bud Canelo fight, but I cleaned up on that one. But in this case, I don't think the skill gap is that wide. So they have similar skills, and Oshaki is, in my opinion, naturally bigger dude and established. Yeah, I have to give a slight edge to him. I'm talking like 55-45, but hell of a fight, and can't wait to see it. I did want to quickly speak on the Teo and Shakur as well. I don't see it. And I hate to be a pessimist like this, but I've seen a lot of BS in boxing over the decades. So I don't see that going down. Mark Nash, he said he pulled up on T.O.'s dad. He said, yeah, it's done. It's done, trying to hype it up. And he said, okay, can I go live and report it? Nah, nah, nah. So, he
Yeah,
caught him
that's
in
what
a
I'm
lie.
saying. Yeah,
Use,
exactly. That's
go ahead.
craziness, man. No, I was
I
gonna
was,
say that's exactly what I said earlier. Like I can't if he can trap him somehow into that damn ring, then that's the ultimate fight. He already won to me. If he can trap Tio ass in that ring, he already won to me. Because Teofimo, he's all over the place lately with himself, and I really just don't feel like he wants to box anymore. How do you feel?
he does want it to an extent. He's just not mentally dialed in at that level you need to be a world-class athlete. You feel me? He can't maintain it. He second guesses himself. He don't know. I want to be a social media star. I want to be a dancer. That picture you pulled up earlier, he's trying to look all stylish and cute. That shit had me in tears.
Oh
Yeah, so
no,
he don't know.
this is he posted this on his IG. He posted it. This is a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna keep it because this was the most ridiculous shit I ever saw.
Cash
Yeah,
for
that's
Jack.
comedy. Yeah,
You know what
I
I
just
mean?
wanted to land with that. I just want to get my intro off real quick. But yo, I rock with the channel, and I'm not
I
trying to rub it in
appreciate
your
you.
face. I'm not trying to rub it in your face because I didn't bet
Then
you, but I did
don't
make it.
you do it. Don't you
I
do
made
it.
it. I'm
Don't
just
you
gonna
do it.
say I made a killing.
Don't
I
you?
made a killing last weekend. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll pass the mic. Y'all got it.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
What's going on, Crush? How you doing, babe?
Hey, salute,
Crush?
salute to my man CJ. CJ in the building. That's my guy.
Yep.
You hear
Shout
me?
out Crush.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
salute to CJ. That's my guy. Cam, salute to everybody in the panel.
Crush
Real
my
quick, Jam
OG.
Queen, I want to
What's
respond to
going
your
on with it, Crush?
thumbnail question. Who did it
Okay.
better? It's no comparison. And
That's
then
what
my
I
whole
thought.
thing is
Uh-huh.
hold on, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, because I talked about this. Now let's not act like those two's the only guys that beat him. We leaving the third guy out? Oh, we just gonna leave old Bivol out, huh? We just gonna leave Bivol out the conversation? Who did it better? It shouldn't be no comparison, but where's the credit for Bivol? Because I mean
That's
Bivol
a
beat
great
this
point,
man
homie.
too. He beat him before Bud, and he beat him convincingly also. So where's the great talk and all this and moving up and knocking people out the Mount Rushmore, moving up in the top 20, top 10 for Bivol? What are we
Talk
talking
about
about?
it.
Come on, let's
Yeah.
keep this boxing talk fair. I keep on telling you, not y'all on this damn panel, but people don't want to talk boxing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to talk topics. They don't want to talk boxing. And I give fair assessments. So where's the praise for Bivol? So
Yes.
Bud becomes great at the beating Canelo. So is Canelo great? So you telling me that Canelo turns people around and make them great? I never knew anybody turned great at the beating Canelo. One guy was already motherfucking great, but we throwing that out there as a comparison. There's no need to compare these two guys. They from two different eras. Oh well, they fought the same person. Well, if you really want to have my opinion on who beat him better, I would say it was Floyd Because at that time, they was doing, Oscar was doing, y'all know what he was doing. Golden Boy, this is the guy to beat. This is the youngest in charge right now. He's the guy to beat. I'm telling you, he's going to crack the Da Vinci Code because Fulton took out his golden spatula ass and everybody threw at him. And
Yep,
even with the
that's
guy
why he was
Bernie
mad.
Sanders, yeah.
That's why he was really mad.
So this is not the shit on my man Bud. I want money on the fight. Skills pay the bills. You know, a better skilled small guy is gonna be better than a bigger guy that he's skilled better than. People watch boxing, study boxing, don't watch it. A lot of y'all just watching it. Y'all need to study it. How many times everybody on this panel in the field, but people got to keep telling y'all. We'll be telling y'all again today, and you feel some way type about it. Holla at your boy, smack you with a moist meat, and you get over it in the morning. But come on with this nonsense. There's no comparison. Stop trying to compare everybody to Floyd. Floyd's not the only greatest fighter that ever exists. He's
Crush,
not.
real quick.
He's not.
I want you to land.
Go ahead, bro.
Crush, I want you to land. Let me play devil's advocate, and then I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
go ahead,
food for
bro.
thought. You brought it. You came up with your first thing was Bivol. Why did they dismiss that? Why not the comparison between all three? Well, I think it's the weight. I'm thinking about it in real time. You feel me? So y'all want to correct me? You got a different idea, but I think it's the weight. The two other dudes were the smaller dudes. Bivol was the bigger dude, so it was more expected.
Exactly.
It was more expected. Now,
I
as far as
agree.
if you want to dial it down between Floyd and Crawford, it depends. I said in the chat, depends on what style you like. Floyd took far less damage. Crawford inflicted far more damage. So it just depends. It's subjective, in my opinion. I can't even call it. You got it.
Yeah. I think they just need to stop the comparison between eras, man. There's no comparison, different eras. Compare these guys to the dudes in the eras. It's just that simple, y'all. I know, I get it. But come on, we got to deal with reality. We're not living in fantasy time. We're dealing with reality in our past.
I appreciate that. Cam, my brother, what's up?
What's poppin'? What's poppin', sis? How you feeling? How you feeling,
I'm
sis?
feeling good. I'm feeling. What's up with it?
Yeah, I'm better now. I'm better now. We cooking on the boxing talk. You feel me? The comparison shit with Bud and Floyd Mayweather. Bud already killed that narrative. That's why I don't understand why the Bud Crawford fans is going into that crazy because he killed the narrative. Bud is the man himself at the press conference after the fight saying that. Floyd was the man in his era. I'm the man of my era. We're not comparing no either or. So Bud killed the
Exactly.
narrative, and the Bud Crawford fans is the one that's pushing the narrative that he's the best ever. He's better than Floyd and all of that shit. That's cool and all because the Bud Crawfords we understand they're gonna do that. So that's understandable. But
Yeah,
at
that's
the
why I said
same time,
I understand what
I
Bernie
look
was doing because he's Bud's
yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then like I said on my show last week, like I said, I compare this shit to errors in the same similar way to where like basketball, for instance. MJ had his error, Kobe had
LeBron
his
got
error,
his there. Yep.
LeBron got his error. That's how I measure this shit up. Because you got different eras where motherfuckers was fire, motherfuckers was the
Hello?
face of boxing. Is Bud at the face
What
of
happened?
boxing? No. Bud Crawford's not the face of boxing after beating Canelo. Let's go ahead and read the room and understand that situation because he's not. Because Canelo had to carry him into that event, and we know damn near 90% of the damn event was damn Mexican in there.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Like we ain't playing no fugazi for real. I'm just saying in general. No, Bud Crawford, definitely best fighter of this era in my opinion. Skill wise,
That's your
you know
opinion.
what I'm saying? Definitely. Now, you want to measure up resumes and we go in that with other people like Usyk and other that, we can do that. Did he beat Canelo better than Bivol? I say they beat, the pound, the weight difference that made it interesting. So the Bud fans have to talk and point for us. That for us, the weight difference on how Bud beat Canelo compared to Bevel. But at the same time, I'm a person that I was saying leading up to this fight that I felt like the reason why Canelo been taking the fights he been taking is because he's been regression and he wants to go out as a winner. He don't want to go out losing. That's why he
That's why
wouldn't
I
put.
said I don't think he'll
That's
retire.
that's why that man put his daggone price tag for David Benavidez for 200 million. He said, "I want 200 million to fight David Benavidez." So
Yeah.
when we read the
To
room in between
me,
that,
Yeah.
we weren't going to
That's why I'm
never
gonna
get
take the
that
L.
fight. And
Yeah.
then he literally, you losing to Bud Crawford. Shit, Bud Crawford did us a favor for real because now we know Bud Crawford ain't about to sit there and defend the titles at 168 for real. We know he about to. He already mentioned talking about going down to 160 if he gonna come back. So he come back, he gonna go down to 160 most likely, and try to get some action down there. But the bigger money fights is that 168 though, honestly. But he ain't he ain't gonna campaign at that because he looked at Bud looked at Canelo like fool. And I said this multiple times on my channel, like, do Bud think Canelo is fool? Then I actually had a show where I said Bud think Canelo is fool. Because Bud and Bo Mac, they are very strategic going into fights. They they've been a part of top rank, best matchmakers in the game, to where they know how to pick those fights. I ain't saying they pick fights in particular time, but I can read the room and probably think so. I'm just saying in general, they knew that they can beat Canelo out the gate. And Bud himself said as soon as he signed that contract, he knew I was gonna beat Canelo. So I'm just saying in general, man, salute the Bud Crawford though. Great performance last week. Definitely, I feel like best fighter of this era, skill wise for sure. And no, it is what it is, man. People got to stop, doing the comparisons with Bud and Floyd. They got to stop it, bro. Got to stop it. Like, let them boys live in their own eras, man. Let them do their thing in their own
Exactly.
eras, and that's where we let that shit live.
To me, to me,
This what I want to say, right?
Hold
Because
on, hold on, hold on, Rich. Hold on. Go ahead, Define Irony.
just real quick, to me, as it pertains to Floyd, Bivol, and Bud, the better question to ask is who of them beat the better Canelo version. I think that's a better question to ask, and that to me is Bivol.
and this the thing that I want. This the thing I want to say, right?
That's crazy. That's a
This
really good question, though.
this
Somebody has background. Somebody,
yeah.
everybody mute up. Y'all mute up, y'all. Y'all mute up real quick. Because I don't know who has the background, but it's coming in hot and heavy.
All right,
Um,
can you hear me?
okay, so
Cause
real
this
quick, go ahead.
Nah, cause I ain't to speak on this. I ain't know you covered these conversations when I asked you at first. But I
Yeah,
wanted to
well, you should
say
have been here on time. Hurry up,
I
Rich.
I,
Because
I
I got to
wanted
move around the panel, babe.
I want to say this though about the Crawford shit. Cause I heard somebody say, I think it was just Cash that said it, that
Cash
Terrence
is not on
Crawford.
this panel.
I mean, not Cash, Cam. I I heard it say that Terrence Crawford killed the narrative. I mean, Jordan killed the narrative by saying that he wasn't the best before. And people would still say it. You know what I'm saying? He done said that numerous times. That Dr. J, he done said Jerry West, he done gave them credit. You know what I'm saying? So just because that's what they think, that don't mean that that's what his fans should think. As far as Terrence Crawford go with him fighting Canelo or whatever, somebody said B-Ball did it the best. I mean, that's why we always say that shit, man. When somebody move up the weight class, we gonna get him. We gonna make an excuse like, oh, he just moved up. Well, that excuse do come around because B-Ball beat up a guy that tried to go up in weight to make history, and he lost. You know what I'm saying? He arguably beat the best. He arguably fought the best 175 pounder, and that was B-Ball, and he lost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit there. He did what Terrence Crawford did to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up losing. Terrence Crawford ended up winning. So I say that Terrence Crawford really got him the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like Floyd did get him when he was young or whatever. But at the same time, we watched Teofimo was young and he beat up Lomachenko. We give Teofimo all the credit in the world. So we definitely, Teo was like only 22, 21, 22 or something like that, 23, one of those. Same age Canelo was when he lost to Floyd. And the difference between that is that we sit there and say, oh, Canelo wasn't this, Canelo wasn't that. Man, Canelo was a fighter at the end of the day. But as far as all that hate go, man, with Teo and Shakur, that they not gonna fight. I done heard people say the same thing about Terrence Crawford and Canelo. And I done listened to the panels that people thought they wasn't gonna fight 5 or 6 months ago. So, but I think they gonna fight, man. Get ready,
Okay. What's
January.
up? All right. What's up, L Dub? Everybody salute L Dub in the building. Y'all make sure y'all sub to this channel. Y'all are not already subbed.
My brother L Dub,
Tony,
salute my brother.
Tony Reviews. What's good, baby?
What's going on? Are y'all comparing the three Canelos that lost?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing all over the place. Bernie the Boxer, he was on Mill City. he was asked a question by Mill, obviously, to compare the two to. I guess he wanted to compare Terrence Crawford to the other two gentlemen that had already beaten Canelo, and so that he said that he gives the edge to. But obviously, which is what he's supposed to say. But I'll play it
They needed
again.
a rematch clause, because I think they're big enough that it
Trumps
depends
that.
on how the fight would go. That either one could it's a competitive fight. Either one could enact that. You know what I mean? And the public would demand it. So I don't think that they needed to do that. But you got to take your hat off to Bud because he didn't want to wait. He didn't have no clause and nothing. He didn't have no rematch clause. He didn't have no weight clause. He didn't have nothing. He wanted to fight him straight out, and that's what he did. He just beat him with no stipulations,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
nothing in the background, nothing, no safety nets,
No
So
safety
should
nets, no rehydration clauses, none of that. Do you
yeah.
feel like that elevates the wins that when it comes down to some of the guys that he was able to share the ring with? When I mean by Canelo, I mean Canelo, he lost to Bevo. Lots of
Hmm.
people said because he went up in weight, the weight
Hmm.
and the size was a factor. When it
Yeah.
comes down to Floyd Mayweather, he was too young at the time.
Mhm.
And now you got Bud Crawford that takes this challenge at 168 pounds for the undisputed title at
Mhm.
168. I mean, do
Mhm.
you feel like that kind of trumps or just the performance alone of him putting hands on Canelo more than these other two guys? What do you think? I mean,
I
what do you
think so.
grade that?
I think so. I think so. I think his performance was better.
So that's what Bernie had to say on Mill City, Tony.
Yeah,
So that's
I
what.
figured that's where it was going. Here's what I
I
say,
hear
man.
that, and now you put it in that frame.
Nah.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's on Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna disagree with it. I'm gonna say all three have pluses, all three have minuses. So when you look at Floyd versus Canelo, you can make the argument that he was green, he was young, and then you use the rehydration clause. However, a 23-year-old is going to have a chip on his shoulder, have much more aggression, and not get tired because they're young and they're going to come at you with everything they have. So you have that factor that Floyd was having to go against a young, hungry lion, which is always more dangerous. Number two, you had the best form of Canelo, where he was still looking on his rise, not coming down against Bevel. However, the negative against Bevel is Canelo went into a weight class that he didn't belong in. So that takes away from the win because you're beating up a much smaller guy. Now you have Crawford. Crawford goes up two weight classes, beats the number one guy at 168, which looks great. However, on the flip side of the coin to that, you've been having people for the last 2-3 fights saying that Canelo looks like he's slipping. He doesn't look as good as he used to do. He looks slower. His punches aren't coming. He isn't throwing as many shots. So when you look at the totality of it, all three have pluses, all three have minuses. In my opinion, Floyd did it the best because Canelo couldn't touch him. People beat Canelo arguably every single round, but Canelo was popping him left and right. Crawford was still getting hit a lot and missing a lot. The only difference in all the fights is Mayweather didn't get touched. Mayweather made it look the easiest. It legit looked like one of Mayweather's easiest fights he's been in. So if I'm gonna say who had the best win, it's Mayweather by far.
Okay, Tony. Thank you, babe. Now, I don't know if y'all want to. I didn't hear from you yet, Jay. I don't think.
No, not yet.
Jay, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go
How's
ahead. You
everybody
want to
doing?
chime
What's
in?
up? What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to chime in. I think I agree with what Odu just pretty much said.
Tony.
Mayweather made it look the easiest. Yeah, Tony. Mayweather made it look the easiest by far. Crawford, I feel like, had the most dominant performance. Mayweather just had a slick fight, but Crawford, I think that was the first time I ever seen Canelo dominated where it looked like he was almost hurt. And I've rarely seen Canelo get hurt. But, in my opinion, I think Mayweather did it the best, but Crawford was the most dominant. And the other three things that I love, two of the fighters is our people, but also all three of them put on a very, very good example for these young and up and coming fighters. Each fighter never drank, they never smoked, they always stayed in the gym. Bivol always talks about how he doesn't enjoy drinking. He just would rather work his ass off in the gym. Mayweather talks about how he never drank, he never smoked, he worked in the gym. Crawford, we know, stays in the gym, never smoked, never drank. So I feel like that plays a factor, not just in the boxing ring, outside of the ring. What are you doing? What I'm excited about, and
That's a
I'm
good
landing it
point.
here, is I'm excited about Terrence Crawford going down to 160, like he did mention in his post-fight press conference. And what he's going to do is making sense now. He mapped this whole thing out. Canelo was just a stepping stone for what he's really trying to do. He wants to become the 4-time undisputed champion in the history of boxing. And the Canelo was the most hardest stepping stone for him to get across to do that. Now I see why he wasn't so excited after he won that fight. They're like, why do you look so unfazed? He like, because it wasn't a big deal to me. I already knew I was gonna beat Canelo. I'm not just trying to beat Canelo. I'm trying to beat Canelo, then go down, beat Lara, who already lost to Canelo, but some people will say that Lara won. Then he's gonna fight Adamame, who we already been whooping his ass in sparring. He was a sparring partner for him. He said that he's pretty much easy work. The only threat he's going to have to be concerned with is Janabek. But if you look at their styles, people think Janabek is this huge guy. He's really not that big, and he's beating a bunch of guys that are not on Crawford's level. So when I look at his team and they like retire, Crawford not finna retire, that's because they know they got 3 more fights. He could come 4-time undisputed because Janabek has 2 of the belts, Adamame has 1 belt, and Lara has 1 belt. 3 fights, 4 belts, undisputed champion 4 times in 6 different weight classes, retire and ride off into the sunset. And that's the only biggest thing that he can do after beating Canelo. There's no other fighter he could fight that's on the level of that.
Okay.
Okay, can I respond quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. Mute up, y'all. Mute up. Who was the gentleman who just asked could they respond?
Me, CJ Rich.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, just real quickly. You bring some good points to mind, but as a fan, I got to be consistent. I said before the fight that if you win this, which I was confident he would, just go out like John Elway. There's no higher accolade. I get what you're saying. Historically, you might look back on it in 20 years different if we got the 4 divisions. But me personally, I'm satisfied as a fan. He did what he had to do, and I said before the fight, I maintain that same energy. Far be it from me to tell another man how to run his career, but if it's me, I'm John Elway. I won the Super Bowl. I'm retired.
I feel that. But yeah,
Okay,
his trainer already came out and said he wasn't going to retire. So that's the only thing I could think he's about to do. And he already said he's going down to
Okay,
160.
you might be right. That's just what I prefer.
And the only other thing I noticed is this one little detail I noticed in his lead up to the Canelo fight. Every episode he had, or his multiple episodes he had on his videos, he does the little podcasts or the little vlogs. He kept having this shirt on that said 4-time undisputed, 4-time
I saw
undisputed.
that too. Yeah, I
So
saw
all of
that
the
too.
details, I think it's adding up to they plan this out. He's just playing coy and he's acting like he doesn't know what's going on, but truthfully, this is their whole plan of what they want to do so he could retire.
Okay,
Well,
that's
I
good
did see
marketing. I didn't
something.
peep that.
I saw that. I just didn't really pay it any attention. But you know what else? I saw a lot of people are starting to call him out. I think Chris Eubanks just recently called him out. And a few others, obviously, because now he has the belt at 168, which historically we know he probably won't keep them. But I just kind of wanted to touch on that. But let's move things around. Did anybody have any comments on this? And Ryan Garcia's new hit list.
Y'all got it. I don't even respect him as a fighter or a man, so I'm gonna just
Oh
bite
my
my tongue.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, you care to elaborate?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, all the racist trolling that shit. That's I'm sorry to curse. That's nonsense to me. That's just unnecessary. It's not a healthy way. It's not a good way to promote a fight. I hate that. It's just and all the drinking and drugs and saying, "Oh, I'm a man of God and I'm an example for the kids." It was just a lot of it's too many stunts. At some point, for me as a grown man, I'm 41 years old. You just pass your capacity of passes. You feel me? Too many passes.
Yeah.
I ain't passing out passes. So no,
Yeah.
I ain't with it. I don't pass out passes. That's all I gotta say on it.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel it's crazy because even with Ryan, it's like I feel what you're saying, right? But to me, he had that like one outburst and that one crash out, right? But to me, I would feel more that way towards Tio because Tio has repeatedly said racist shit. Tio has repeatedly done things to stoke the racial flames. You know what I'm saying? Where the monkey and the banana, where the liquor at. You know what I'm saying? All these kind of stuff. Whatever monkey wants to get the banana, sending the claiming or anyway, or trying to take credit. Somebody needs to mute. Somebody needs to mute. Or trying to take credit for sending those bananas to Keyshawn during his fight with Barenchik. So you know what I'm saying? I completely understand that whole George Floyd shit was like, nigga, what? But to me, it's like Tio constantly does racist things. You know what I'm saying? He constantly does the crap that he doesn't need to do, and
That's
for
it.
no reason. You
A
know what I'm
habitual
saying?
line stepper. I
Hold
told you.
on, hold on, hold. One at a time. One at a time.
I like for Tio to do this type of stuff definitely now because Shakur gonna beat the shit out of him, and then we gonna get the last laugh. But I know I'm gonna come back, and it's gonna be 3 months from now, and it's gonna be a lot of people going against Shakur, you know, and not realizing that this guy's a racist, he's a clown, and all types of shit. They let their feelings get into it and don't even see the bigger picture. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
I'm
so
about to
let him
Okay,
so
who's
respond
let
to
so
next?
some.
so let
Okay,
so let him
Rich.
keep
Rich, you're
let him
done. You're done, Rich. Rich, you're done. I'm sorry. Go ahead, CJ.
Okay, yeah, I want to respond with something controversial. People ain't gonna like this take, but given the nature of both Ryan and Tio, like Jab Queen pointed out, Tio is a habitual line stepper, but Ryan did the most extreme. You know, he went with the ER and the George Floyd. So f both of them in my book. But I'm gonna say this: I would actually see somebody say, "Oh, they need black ass whoopings." Cool, that's cute, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to
right.
freeze them out. I'm not trying to give a racist a payday off of me. That's what I mean by the trolling. Like, get me so they're trying to get black fighters so riled up that they pay them. I'm not going to reward somebody who I know hates me and has no respect for me. That's where I'm at with it. I know y'all want to see get it back in blood and all that, but like from a grown man economic standpoint, I'm gonna freeze you out. I'm gonna let your career die. I'm not giving you nothing. That's where I'm at with it.
You know what? And just to kind of go with that, it's almost like because, and I've said this before, Teofimo Lopez, he says a lot of racist things, but he will not get in the ring with one of us. Have you noticed that? He will talk all that trash, and he will not get in the ring with one of us. I know that Keyshawn pressed him a few times, tried to get in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? Devin, he won't get in the ring with Devin. He was calling out Boots, but I doubt he would have actually fought Boots if Boots would have said, "Yeah, come on." You know what I'm saying? He would have looked for some way out of it. I think Teal does it just to be hateful. And I know a lot of people say it's marketing, but what exactly are you marketing? Because you're not fighting one of them. And when you do it with any other race, I don't see you saying any of that racist crap to them. And that's
You
the
said I got
laziest
a
form of
basketball ball?
marketing. That's a lazy
I ain't
mute
got no
yourself.
basketball.
That mute yourself. That's the laziest form of marketing, if you ask me, if that's in fact what it is he's doing. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. I feel exactly where you're coming from. Yep, that's it. Lazy and like not. They think they're being clever. Like I'm a push your buttons, reverse psychology. No, you ain't clever. I see through the playbook from a mile away. It's stupid.
Yeah, but to your point, economically, I would freeze them out. But Tio seems to be freezing his own damn self out because he really don't look like he want to fight nobody.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But Tony, what you got on it, babe? Tony?
I literally just sat back down. I was making some food. I
Lord have
don't even know what
mercy.
y'all talking about.
I was talking about Tio. I mean, I was talking about Ryan's hit list, and then we went into obviously his racial antics, and then we got into Tio and his racist antics, and how I don't think that he's going to be fighting Shakur. I played the Mill City where him, a couple other people don't seem to think that that fight is going to take place because of Tio's. He's been too erratic lately. You really just can't count on him. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I look at it like this. I don't really care if they're racist or not. A
Well, of
lot of
course you
fighters have
don't,
said
Tony.
a lot of fighters have said shit about all races. You had way back Kovalev wearing like a monkey shirt about Adonis Stevenson. You had B Hop and Devin Haney talking about I'll never let a white boy beat me. You got T.O. doing the monkey shit. I mean, it comes and goes with the territory of boxing. At the end of the day, it ain't about liking each other. It's about getting in there and beating somebody's ass. So I don't really care. And then, boxing is so tribal as is that you have so many people who just go for a fighter because they're the same ethnicity as them or they're from the
True.
same country. So I don't really care about it. Like, I don't condone it. I don't do it to any race in my personal life, but I don't give two shits that they do it because at the end of the day, when you get in that ring, now it's time to eat your words. Or maybe they don't eat their words. So
And
I
I
mean,
think that's a good point. I really, honestly, I think that's what Tio might be afraid of. That all that racist shit he popped, one of them gonna get in there and really make him stand on it.
well, I think he's like that because then a black dude take his baby mama.
His
Isn't that what
wife,
he say?
yeah, football player.
Yeah, so he just salty.
Lord
You
have
got
mercy.
Malignaggi syndrome.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah,
Uh oh.
that definitely could be something that's
Took
going
his
on
belt and
there.
his
Malignaggi was
girl.
never the same after AB said what
He
he
took
said
his
about his
belt and his
girl.
girl. Oh my.
What do y'all think about this fight happening though? Frank versus Bartholomew.
Great fight.
Care to elaborate? No, I'm gonna say this. I'm not too familiar with Bartholomew. When I don't know something, I'm not gonna make it up. I'm gonna go back and do my research. I know Martin, obviously, but I got to look into it. I can't even call it right now, but I will say this: I'm glad they're on that big undercard. People
Yeah.
overlooking this
Yep.
October one. People looking forward to Haney Norman so much that we forget about this. This October card is lit too. So I'm with it. I'm gonna do my research and I'll get back.
Yeah, there's two in October. The one on the wait a minute. Yeah, the Lubin and Virgil card, and then the Thurman and Fundora card. And
Oh,
he's gonna be on the
154. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, he's gonna be on the undercard of the Lubin and Ortiz card. So what do y'all think? Y'all think Kid Austin should pull this off?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, dude been in rehab, 8 losses. Everybody
Oh
knows
my
he's
goodness.
washed. Everybody knows he's washed. I mean, I'm not trying to diss the man. We all got our own personal battles, but just looking at from objective perspective, who's the most disciplined fighter? Who the younger, more youthful? Who got the more power? And honestly, the higher skill set. I mean, it's a wash. Stoppage. I don't see it going past 6. I'm out. That's where I'm at with it.
Really?
Yeah, just
Okay.
just like I told y'all when Schofield was gonna fight Farmer, man. He gonna stop that dude. He gonna beat him up so damn bad, and it's gonna be over fast.
So
I
you
don't even
think
know,
so y'all
huh?
think this is basically just another showcase fight for Kid Austin?
It's just a name.
Exactly.
That's all
Yep.
it is. It's just another name.
See, and Golden Boy has a propensity to do this. Not that the rest of the promotional companies don't do this, but if you ask me, Golden Boy has so many manufactured champs over there, or manufactured like fighters over there. Ryan, I don't really think Virgil is like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, they have a lot of that going on over there at Golden Boy, and I mean, naturally, obviously, you want some stars. The only real star I think they got over there is Gabriela Fundora.
Facts.
And she fights tonight. Let's not forget she up
Yep. Yep.
tonight with
Shout out
with
to
the
her.
young lady. Yes, definitely. She's on the undercard. So we definitely. I mean, that's really the only one that I can see that's really a dog over there. You know what I'm saying? Because her brother's with PBC, ain't he?
Yeah.
Right. Damn, you don't
What's
think
going
Virgil is
on?
like that?
I really don't. I mean, Virgil, he's good, but I don't see like the danger that everyone sees right around the corner. I just don't see that. But
Okay.
what? Somebody needs to mute. What is that? No cap. What's up?
Yeah, I just came in to say Canelo ain't shit, and I told you was gonna see the difference between a real great fighter with somebody who was manufactured and given false praise and accolades they did not deserve. But because y'all gave him these accolades and put him on such a high pedestal, Crawford is all-time number 2 behind Floyd. If he beats Benavidez, he has surpassed Floyd and be the GOAT. This is what the reality is. Canelo
Oh
ain't
my
shit. I
goodness.
said
Hello,
it before.
Oh
manufactured.
my goodness. Come
Canelo
on
ain't
now.
shit, and I say it again. He
Jesus
ducked Triple
Christ on the
G
cross.
back when he first beat Cotto. He gave Triple G the belt, straight up ducked him, waited till he was 36 to fight him. He dug Jamal Charlo, got the franchise built. The WBC helped him. And look, this is poetic justice. Suleiman had to kiss Crawford ass, give him a $50,000 gold ring. But that shit was a pale in comparison to the $100,000 ring magazine belt. So of course his victory was better than Floyd's because it was more on the line. It was undisputed. It was a $100,000 real gold belt, not that fucking tinfoil shit these niggas been getting the WBC. You know what I'm saying? It was more on the line. He took all that shit. Got the $50,000.
No, Cap, are you done hating? I guess not. Okay.
No, I ain't hating. Y'all was hating. I'm talking my shit. I'm getting my just due.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Talking this shit.
I know. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna let you do it. I wouldn't let you up here. I wouldn't let you up here if I didn't want to let you get your gloat on. You got 2 more goddamn minutes, no Cap, and we moving on.
I'm gonna make these 2 minutes last an eternity because Canelo ain't shit. Y'all said the weight was too much. Tony reviews, you said nobody's moved up 2 weight classes to beat the man. Even though Bernard Hopkins did it with Antonio Tarver, Ray Leonard did it. Tommy Hearns did it. Shit happened multiple times, and this is just another example. Crawford went out there, whooped his ass just like I said he did. Canelo couldn't do shit. He's a straight up and down fighter, no special effects. Never showed never made an adjustment in his whole fucking career. Y'all thought he was gonna beat Bud Crawford, the best fighter on earth. That shit is ridiculous. The disrespect for Bud is unprecedented, and I'm happy he's just now getting his just due. He in the driver's seat now. If he want to fight Jake Paul, so be it. Fuck what everybody else talking about. If Benavidez go to 168, he gonna get that work too. You better stay his fat ass up at 175. Because if he drain down to 168, Crawford gonna beat his ass up, and he gonna surpass Floyd as the GOAT. And that's all I got to say. Fuck Canelo.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Are you
my man.
finished? Are you finished, no Cap?
I'm finished.
Okay, thank you so much for that delightful. I don't know what the hell that was.
I just want to make a quick apology. I try to keep it professional on the
that was
panels.
great.
I know it's your channel. I had the dog barking
Yeah.
a bit ago, but I muted up right away, so I'll try to keep that to a minimum. My bad.
Oh, that's okay, baby. Yeah, but keep that to a minute. I didn't know what was happening. I thought one of y'all was transforming. Okay. So fine, no Cap. Since you have given us that delightful spill, what do you think about Oshaki, Foster, and Fulton?
I got Oshaki Foster.
Me too, actually. He just did an interview with Fight Hype discussing they fight, and he thinks that Fulton, think he's sweet. He mentioned something about Fulton thinking the
I don't
experience
know why.
because
I
he
just
fought
don't like it.
anyway. I don't.
Never liked
It's
it.
something. Never liked who? Fulton?
Not personally. I'm talking about I just don't like his boxing style. I just don't
Oh,
like him.
okay.
Can
I
I
don't
ask
know
a
why.
question? Can I ask a
Hold on.
question about that fight? And
Let me finish. Hold on. Yeah, let me finish. So I don't know why he thinks that. I guess because he fought anyway, somehow that gives him some sort of edge over Fulton. Over Foster, but that's like weird to me. Like I can't stand when people lose and then all of a sudden they think they hot shit, but because like it's you lost, so I don't get it. But go ahead, bro. You said you had a
Yeah.
question.
Let me ask a question for the panel, man. So
You said what
with
question?
like, so how y'all measure up with far as like how y'all
What you
look at the
say?
performance? How y'all look at the performances from Foden and Foster in their last like 2, 3 performances and measure up the fight? Because looking at the consistency from both guys, we've seen Foden. He fought Figueroa in his last fight, cooked him. Then the fight before that. That was his first fight,
He
at
got cooked.
130.
Hmm.
He ain't look good in that first fight. He ain't look good in that first fight. And before that, of course, it was the novel anyway. And then, with Asaki Foster, of course, he fought Conceição in that last fight, beat him in the rematch, and then before that, had a close fight where a lot of people, a lot of us, even including myself, I felt Asaki won that first fight with Conceição. And then,
Hmm.
just looking at the the last couple of performances from these guys, like it measures up as a true 50-50 fight, in my
Yep.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Style wise, you know what I'm saying? Because that both of these guys look good in their last fight, in particular, where it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. But how do the panel look at their last performance and view it? In my opinion, that's what I wanted to ask y'all.
That's why I was going with the whole anyway comment, and saying that when I watched the video and he was, Sean Giselle posed the question like, because I got that kind of attitude off of Fulton too during the press conference, like I'm better than you, this fight is beneath me almost. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was going with the whole Inuit comment. Like, kind of humble yourself because, you didn't look that great in a couple fights back. Yes, you did redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's 50-50. I'm going to go with Oshaki, though. I'm still going to edge it to Oshaki. It's gonna be definitely a good fight. It's definitely going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I think Fulton's a good fighter. You got to keep in mind, Fulton went on a run. I mean, he beat 4 undefeated dudes back to back, back to back, back to back. I knew he did.
I got
beat
Oshaki knockout.
The Shaki's not knocking nobody out. That's ridiculous. I like Oshaki Foster.
Shocky by knockout? Whoa.
I agree.
You also said Crawford beat Canelo was ridiculous. You were wrong about that.
Hold on. Wait a second. Tony has the floor. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, the dude can't be quiet when I talk. He like a little female emotional. Anyways, Oshaki, I do agree. He got robbed against Conceição in the first fight. And then in the second fight, he clearly won again, in my opinion. Both times he clearly won. But here's the problem. The same problem that you ran into in that first Conceição fight, you're going to run into in this fight. Fulton's going to be very come forward. Oshaki's going to be very negative on the back foot. I feel like we're going to believe Oshaki Foster won the fight, but he's going to lose on the scorecards.
Wait, hold on. Can you say it again? I didn't hear you clearly.
Everything Tony Review says is absolutely wrong. So,
oh my goodness.
Probably go ahead.
I'm legit trying to hear what he said. I didn't
wrong
hear
about everything.
No cap. It's not your turn. Go ahead, CJ. Go ahead,
At
CJ.
130, Fulton is a guy coming from 122.
Hold on.
He wasn't shit.
I want clarification real quick. I just didn't hear what he said. That's all. What would you say, Tony? How you see it? Somebody gonna get robbed?
Yeah. What I see is, first off, the thing that Oshaki Foster could knock anybody out is ridiculous. The dude don't even go for knockout. I don't even think he has a 50% knockout ratio, but moving past that, what I said is I think by the time it's all said and done and the 12 rounds roll on, we're going to believe that Oshaki Foster edged him. But because he's so negative and fights on the back foot like he does, I think it's going to be like the first Conceição fight to where he's just going to lose on the judges' scorecards because Fulton's going to come at him. He's going to throw the harder, flashier shots. And Oshaki being on the back foot looking negative, I think is going to play into his disadvantage. And it could be it'd be another robbery like we saw just recently.
Okay, I could see that, but depending on who the judge is, ring generalship might be part of their criteria. So they might favor that. You might be right. I hate to call a robbery ahead of time because I just did a stream on the excuse era of boxing. Every time something doesn't go somebody's way, they make an excuse. Not everybody, but a lot of fans. So I hate to make an excuse ahead of time. If it is some fuck shit, then I'll call it out after the fact. I'm not gonna make an excuse ahead of time, but it depends on the judge's criteria. But I mean, you're on to something. That's a good storyline. I feel you.
I mean, Tony done got the damn fight crossed and everything else before we even get there. Jesus Christ on the cross. Lord have mercy. What about you, Crush? How you see this fight?
50-50 fight. But I'm rooting for my man, Cool Boy. But I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. Either man got a chance to win the fight. So I got it a 50-50 fight, but I'm rooting for Cool Boy.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, Rich? Who you got winning the fight? Rich.
She ain't talking to me.
No, I'm not talking to you, CJ.
Oh, he only want to talk about Shakur, huh?
Oh, well, that's not. Lord have mercy. Well, I mean, I don't know how much more talking about Shakur I could do. I done talked about Teo and how I don't think he's going to fight Shakur, which is, I'm not the only one who thinks that. But
say Shakur 3 times, he'll wake up.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, I'm about to put his ass off my panel if he don't come back to this.
Hey, hold on. Why? Let me ask this question. Sis. Why? Who said Fulton was gonna get stopped? Who said that?
I said that.
I believe that just said that.
No cap. Why you believe that?
Because it's 130 and Fulton is just weak. It's more than one way to get stopped, dog. It's like Oshaki, the type of fighter that he go fight the type of fight that he can stop a guy like Fulton.
But when Oshaki last stopped somebody though?
Yeah, I can't see it. You saying through accumulation?
Featherweight coming up to super featherweight. That's what.
Who said that just now about the accumulation?
I did. CJ Rich.
Don't got power.
Okay,
Don't got knocked out.
Hold on. One at a time.
It's gonna be a lot of punches thrown in the fight, and I think in that type of fight, he could wear down Stephen Fulton and stop him.
You mean
Just
that
based on the style
5,000 paper
matchup.
cuts?
Styles make
That
fights.
5,000 paper cuts. Okay.
Paper cut is crazy.
That 5,000
I mean,
paper cuts.
because
That's what I call it.
both guys are counter punches in their own right too.
Right, but they
Right, so I don't see the volume necessary to get accumulation stoppage. You know, you don't got the power like that. So you would have to go with
against a guy
accumulation
like
and the
Stephen
rev stopping,
Fulton,
and I
he
don't
do
see
got the
that.
power. His
I
power,
don't
he
see
got
it,
the
champ.
power to knock out Stephen Fulton.
All right, we're gonna see.
Yeah. Can somebody? When is the last time he had a knockout or a stoppage? We don't know.
It's like
It
Magia
wasn't
got
that long
knocked out
ago.
by a dude
He
with five
stopped
fights,
somebody.
2023
five
versus
knockouts.
Eduardo Hernandez.
Yeah.
2023.
Okay, does
So
he
2 years
And
fight?
that
ago.
was in the 12th round, by the way.
And what weight was that?
130.
Right, what weight they fight at?
Word. Okay. Well, he might have a
130
point, but
where they
He
at right
fighting in
now.
Oshaki's weight class.
I still think Fulton won't allow that. But hey, man, same
I
man.
mean, you
That's
know
just how I
what's
see it playing out.
crazy is
I just think Fulton is ass on some real shit.
Man, you entitled to feel that way, but when I seen him in the ring, only time I see him really super outclassed was with anyway. So I don't know.
I mean, he did better for the road as rematch, but that first fight was up in the air, and he outboxed him in a rematch pretty easy. But it was like, you know, it wasn't like a spectacular. He didn't blow his doors off like he's supposed to.
Well,
But
let
he
me
just
ask you this:
never did nothing to
get to the
separate
root of it.
himself from these other lower tier fighters to where I think this is the limit. And I think Oshaki is going to put it on.
I just want to put a finer point on it because you seem to not, seem to dislike Fulton by your own admission. I want to ask: is it more inside the ring or outside the ring? Why is that?
It's inside the ring. I don't know anything about him outside the ring. I just don't.
Okay.
I just don't like the way he fights.
All right, fair enough.
I just don't believe he's elite.
No, I didn't say elite, but at least a
What
B.
happened,
Somebody said a
CJ?
C earlier. Somebody said a C. I want
Let me
to
tell you
circle
what
back to that.
happened.
No,
Let me tell you
no.
what
We
happened.
were talking about Frank Martin when somebody said a C plus fighter because he
Like when I
fighted
look at a guy like
working fighters.
Abraham Nova, he's like a way more durable guy than Steve Fulton did.
Hey, what happened was
Oshaki dropped him in the 12th round.
No Cap put all
He
his
was
money on
undefeated.
Fulton again.
He only had one loss, whatever.
No
It's like
Cap
he
put
What'd you
all his
say?
better.
money. He
He
put all his
Hold
Ray
on,
money.
Vargas.
Tony.
Ray Vargas is somebody I thought was high. I'm
Hold
high on Ray
on, no
Vargas
cap,
still.
no cap. Hold
He beat
on,
Ray
hold
Vargas.
on.
Like Fulton ain't got no
So go
dominant
ahead,
record.
Tony.
No, I was just telling CJ where the hate is coming from for Fulton is he put all his money on Fulton and knew he stopped that ass. That's
Oh
where
my
all the
goodness.
hate's coming from.
Oh
Yo,
my
my bad.
goodness.
I was
Okay.
away from my phone. I know you responded to me. Okay, I get it. See, I don't know all the history. Yeah, he lost some money on Fulton, so now it's F him.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
know he lost
Well.
a
I
lot
didn't
of
lose
money.
no
You can
damn
tell by
money
the
on
way he
Fulton. He
talks.
made that up.
You can tell he upset about that loss. It
Well, this
hurt
the
him.
guy say he's gonna have a mug of tears when Crawford lose. But
I'm like,
where's that
tears.
mug
Oh
at
my.
now? The
Well, who
easiest
said
fight to
that?
predict in
Tony
boxing
said it.
I
history,
said
you
that.
couldn't see it. The easiest
Hey
fight to
man, you
predict
got
in
to eat
boxing
crow.
history, you couldn't see it. He would have
You
still
got to eat
probably
crow
got
while
high
I made
dose.
my dough. That's it.
All right, so y'all made some money, huh? Maybe I should have put some money on Bud because I just knew Canelo was gonna win too. Well, I didn't know it. I said if Bud could take his punches and his move around with that weight, it'd be different. But I definitely thought that Canelo would do. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Canelo would have won.
Because you wouldn't listen
Well,
to me.
you saw it.
I told you on
Now,
Bud
here.
did
Cap,
take
how
his
can I
punches.
listen to you? No,
Hold
Cap.
on, hold on.
No offense. You always hating, bro, and you always you radical with your shit. So I don't know when I could trust you and when I can't. So
How I
pardon
hate?
me.
I'll never be hating. Y'all thinking me hating. It's just
No,
tell me
no.
go straight at that.
Canelo ain't shit. This person ain't shit. This person ain't shit. Like you,
And
you,
he ain't.
you
I
say
don't take him
that
away from my
about everybody.
shit. I don't like. I
His
didn't say
He
rule is
say
Steve
about
crazy.
Fulton shit
everybody.
because I don't
Yeah,
like his
he say
fight
about
finish.
everybody.
I don't know if you're
Yo,
not seeing
Jab,
it yet. We about to see.
Yeah,
Jab
babe.
But
Queen,
I'm just saying I don't
Jab
like his
Queen.
Yeah.
Like
fight
like I
finish.
like to say, he's putting too much sauce on, like over exaggerating. It doesn't have to be completely
Because I've
one
been
side or the
because I've
other.
repeated the same point. They dismissed my talking points and did everything I said came
Well,
true.
I ain't dismissing nothing,
I
but you
gotta
putting
go.
too much sauce on it, champ.
I gotta
I'm gonna say
go.
it like
I
this
gotta
though.
go.
I'm
They've
gonna say
been
it like this, Jab Queen. Yeah, it was 1350. That's how it came out. I was trying to get up to 2,000. I was trying to get to 2K,
Nice.
but no one was putting it up. So that's it.
Oh man, oh nice. Okay. No cap, you bet on the fight?
Hell no, I ain't bet. I don't gamble.
Okay. I'm about to say you were so confident. You were so
I was about to
confident.
sell my stocks and put it all on Crawford, bro. I should have did it. I would have been rich.
Nigga, please. All right.
I
Sure
don't
you
even
right.
gamble.
So now how do you feel about the Tio and Shakur fight? You think that fight will see the finish line?
I don't care, man.
Oh
I have
my
no interest
goodness.
in that fight whatsoever. T.O.'s career is over. I don't even look forward to it.
Hold on. Well, hold on. I don't think it's over, but I do think that Tio needs to figure out if he really wants to box or not. Like he needs to figure.
I don't care. He's not relevant
Well,
to me. I don't even want to see him box. Like, dude hasn't had a great performance since fucking Coleman when he knocked out Coleman. That shit felt like a damn decade ago or some shit.
and yo, that's my thing, right? Like, how do people keep on like touting his name around like he's some big guy? To me, I feel like he's still trying to live off of that Lomachenko win. If you ask me.
Well, absolutely, but
I
he did
agree.
pass the eye test on several occasions. I was first impressed with the Comey fight. I actually put a little more, not more on it, but that's when he really first impressed me and caught my eye. But yeah, man. As hard as I went earlier, I'm not going to say I don't want to see him in the ring at all again. I'm saying, freeze him out from our perspective, if that makes sense. But you can still fight. Do whatever you got to do.
Well, he was I mean, I don't know. Teofimo, he's talented, right? It's just like he's so sporadic, and it's almost like hard to get him locked into anything. So it's like he's not dependable, and when you're not dependable and you don't fight all the time, it's hard for people. Boxing is definitely what have you done for me lately, right? So it's like if you're not boxing and all we see you doing is like working out and you're always doing these stupid little videos or you heckling people online, it's like people are tired of that shit. Keeping it a buck, people are real tired of it.
It's just that thing.
No,
You got to
I
actually
feel
be
that,
producing
most
something
definitely.
in the ring to act with these antics. The antics only work if you're putting on great performances in the ring. He's not doing that. And that's why he fell off.
Right.
Because his fights been boring as shit. He been fighting Steve Claggett, didn't do nothing to him. Fought Barbosa, didn't do nothing to him. I mean, damn, I can't even think it was who we fought. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did shit since getting his ass whipped by Cambosis. He beat Josh Taylor, who I always knew was a hype job. And I said from the go, was a piece of trash. And people wanted to give him props for Josh Taylor. He can't even beat a bum at welterweight. Like Josh Taylor can't even beat a bum at welterweight.
But people want to talk about Tank's win against Barrios, who's been defending his WBC championship for years at this point. So it's like all the fake shit always get exposed in the end. And you can see this shit coming a mile away because I've been around the block more than a few times and I've seen everything, all the storylines, all the narratives. I've seen this shit 1,000 goddamn times. You know what I'm saying? People tried to convince me that Carlos Baltimore was going to beat Floyd Mayweather because he was too big. Like people was telling me this type of dumbass shit in 2007 and shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I done seen
no cap.
I know the bullshit when I see it.
Hold on, CJ. Finish up, no cap. See, this is what I'm talking about, no cap. You be going off the rails.
Because I'm tired. I'm trying to clean up the sport.
Trying to clean up the sport?
Casual nonsense. People hating on fighters and basing their opinions on emotions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, the proof is in the
hating on fighters. You're the only one on this panel calling people trash. You're the only one there you're the only one up here always calling people trash. But you know what?
Sorry for
Speaking
lack of
of
a better word, I'm trying to think of a better. I don't mean they're literal trash. I just mean trash in the sense of as a commodity. They're trash.
You mean overrated?
Commodity.
That's
trash.
a better word. You mean overrated?
Yes, please. Thank you, CJ.
I'm just trying to bring it down to ground level. Well, let me say this real quick. Jab, we just tapped in today. You don't know nothing about me. Some people do. Not to self-promote. I just started my shit, but I say all that to say this. I was a former pro wrestler. You feel me? There's something unique about me. So, I say that to put some, I'm trying to bring a greater lens into it, like zoom out. Even as a bad guy, you're trying to be the bad guy. Okay, I'm going to promote. I'll be the heel, just like Mayweather did very well. However,
Yes, he
to
did. Yes, he did.
be a good bad guy, you still got to perform. They still got to think you a legit threat. If you ain't doing shit and you don't look like shit, you ain't gonna sell. No matter what kind of antics you pull, you could run somebody over with the truck like Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you ain't like really credible in the ring, they don't think you're a legit threat to the good guy. You ain't putting asses in seats. You ain't selling no tickets, and it's all salesmanship. So that's the crossover, the common area that pro wrestling and boxing have in common. The showmanship, but then you got to perform. You feel me? So I just wanted to say that.
That's a good point. So I mean, but that's the thing though. Teofimo, it's not like he's very charismatic, right? Like so, it's just the point he's inconsistent with his fight. I think I started to get turned off from Teo when he started turning down fights, and then he had remember y'all when he fake retired. You know what I'm saying? And came back after because he didn't want to fight. Who was that? He didn't want to fight Subriel or was that Sandor Martin? One of them that he was supposed to fight them. I think it was Subriel Matias, and he didn't want to fight him, so he fake retired. And then he came back, and I think that's when he fought Claggett or one of them.
Yeah, you got your timeline right. Oh, I remember it.
Yeah, so that's when the things for me started really like, come on, Tio, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like now, that's when I'm like, oh, you ducking and dodging and picking fights. And then really when he started with the Devin Haney shit, because he was supposed to have fought Devin Haney back at 135.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
You
I'm
saying
saying? And then
you ducked him on multiple occasions at
yes, he
135 and
did.
147. Well, there you go.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
That's why he
did.
can't. That's why he can't be a good heel.
Yeah,
You can't
so I
choose.
don't
You
know
can't
what's
pick
up
and
with
choose.
Tio.
Well,
Exactly. So
how old is he now?
that's
Anybody know it? 27.
I believe so.
Okay.
Teofimo, yeah, he's about that. He's about 27 years old. So it's all about his talent level. I mean, not his talent level. It's, I guess his interest is still in the sport. If he's still interested in the sport, you know what I'm
His
saying?
mental
So
health. I hate to put that label on it, but really, like if you don't got your mind right, you're not going to perform at your highest level. I can say that from personal experience. We all experience that. If you ain't right in the head, something going on in your life, well, you be a little distracted at work. I mean, it's only natural, right? So, yeah, that's it.
Man, everybody has mental health problems. That's an excuse. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, say that again. Say that again. We all do.
Oh, you got to manage it though. I'm not
Everybody
saying,
got
yeah,
mental health
exactly.
problems. Nobody want to
That's
hear that.
exactly my point. But you got to be able to manage it. It seems like he can't manage it. That's my whole point. I'm not saying
That's
like,
his
oh,
problem.
give him a pass because of this, like a school shooting or some shit. No, I'm saying
oh my
you got to
goodness.
manage it. I'm sorry.
It's like
You
Ryan
got to
Turkey. He
manage
always
it.
uses his expression. When Charlo had his mental problems, nobody gave him a pass.
What are
No,
you
I'm not
talking
giving a
about?
pass. I'm saying either you handle it or you don't. It's not a pass.
Yeah,
I don't pass out passes.
Hey, Ryan Garcia just gets to say, "I have mental problems," and everybody's just cool with him again. Like, oh, it's just
Not
Ryan.
to me.
It's just Ryan
Not
acting
to me.
out. It's just Ryan. T.O.'s just
Nah,
T.O.
I don't say T.O.'s T.O. for
Mentally
sure.
like,
I've said several times that T.O. need his ass whooped because I feel the shit that he does is racially motivated most of the time, and it's done just to annoy people. Like him and his father can call it promotion all they want to. That's not no damn promotion. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It's not
they
because
just
you're not
ruined
even
their
fighting.
themselves. They ruined their own careers. Ryan's isn't even a draw anymore. Like nobody cared when he lost to Rolly. That was a failed event. Nobody cared. At first, the Devin and Ryan fight was a failure. He's not a draw. Nobody wants to see Ryan Garcia box. His career is pretty much over.
Nah, I don't believe that, no cap. He definitely
That's a
has
lot of
still a
sauce.
following. He has a
That
following for
Devin
sure.
and Haney and Ryan fight that flop.
Damn, no cap, man. That boy saying Ryan career over, man.
It's over.
Yeah, that's too much. You still got to, as much as we don't like it,
that was over with.
as
Rolly
much as we
put him
don't
on
like it, he
ice.
still got a tapped
Yeah,
in
that
fan
boy,
base.
I can't tell. That boy Turkey just had that boy on inside the ring for the first episode, man. That boy loved Turkey.
Turkey has
Turkey
ring
loves
card
some
boys.
Ryan Garcia.
Of course, he gonna keep
Yeah.
Ryan around. This is a guy that got ring card boys dressed like Tupac. Of course, he gonna keep Ryan around.
Oh wow!
You know how Turkey
Yo,
get down.
no cap is terrible,
You know
yo.
how Turkey get down. Of course, Ryan gonna be around, but he's not gonna be a factor in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
He was never a champion. I just see him staying in that lane.
Yeah,
But
Ryan
to
has
say it's
never been a
over,
champion. I don't
it
think
ain't.
it's over for sure. Not for Ryan at all, because Ryan is still very marketable. It seems like his fan base just doesn't care who he fights. You know what I'm saying?
Or what he says.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah,
not
but
beat Rolly.
And then we always want to see some. We always willing to see somebody beat his ass anyway. So
yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, it's not. It's Ryan is definitely still marketable. Now, if he lose one or two more times, I don't know how much more marketability his ass gonna get. But if Oscar puts him in there with the right fight, coming back, you know what I'm saying, off, and he's using a hand injury or whatever injury he had is the reason he lost. We know that, lies. But if he puts him in there with the right fight and Ryan looks good, he'll be right back on top again. He'll be right back on top again.
You know what's crazy? I'm
Fair
gonna put
fight
my
against
no
who?
cap. I'm gonna put my no cap persona on for a minute and tell y'all,
Oh
like,
God,
zoom
no,
out.
please don't,
No.
please don't.
I'm gonna keep it PG, but on this note though, be like extreme with it, but strictly facts. Last 3
Okay.
fights, or is it 4? Something like that. Anyway, he quit. We can all agree he quit against Tank. Is that correct?
Yes, he did.
Absolutely. Okay. Then Duarte, he gets a win, but doing a sloppy ass Victorville shell roll. That shit looked like trash.
That
Trying to
shit
do
always
that,
look
right?
horrible, don't it? That shit is
So
horrible. He got to stop that.
absolutely not impressive. Then I may be missing one, but as far as I know, then Rolly was after that, right? But anyway, okay, so if it's 3 out of 4 of the past 3, the next one he gets upset by a huge underdog in Times Square in a big turkey event. So his recent body of work is trash, right?
Hold on, because I don't know if we're gonna call that like a big upset. That was, to me, he had the most difficult fight on that card. Because although Rolly is not like, and everybody like to shit on Rolly, and I don't know why, because Rolly has actually been getting progressively better if y'all pay attention to Rolly, and that boy could punch. So to me, he had the hardest fight on that card. You know what I'm saying? And to his, I mean, well, Ryan did get put on his ass, but to me, that's like he's still nah, man. Ryan is marketable, bro. Ryan is definitely
Marketable.
marketable.
I'm saying undeservedly marketable, and I'll put a bow on it like
Oh
this.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure that. Yeah,
He was the favorite. I don't know. I didn't look at the odds. I wasn't trying to bet on that fight, but he was the favorite. He got put on his ass cheeks, and then he stopped throwing. I don't like how he
yeah,
fought the fight. So
yeah. No, and
underwhelming in recent efforts.
I said that earlier. I said I don't know how much dog Ryan really got in him, because if it doesn't go his way in the ring, then it just doesn't appear that he wants to continue, or he has the grit to continue, like we mentioned, the Tank and then the Rolly shit. So that is absolutely true. That's why I believe he will never be a champion. But is he marketable, and will he still continue to get fights? Absolutely. You know how they do. Wasn't it
I'm with you.
Lomachenko who lost and then got a title shot in his very next fight? So you know how
Correct.
they do certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? You know,
No, great point.
you know how
I'm
they
all the way with you. Yep.
you know how they do with certain people in certain fights. They're gonna continue to give them big opportunities on big stages, even if they are non-deserving. And unfortunately, Ryan is just one of those people. I mean, look at what they just did. You know what I'm saying? He quote unquote cheated Devin Haney, and then you made Devin perform on his undercard. If that ain't the biggest slap in the face, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't telling you he's a bigger star than, whoever else, you know what I'm saying? So, he'll continue to get big opportunities. Will he always perform in those big opportunities? Who knows? He's gonna have to get another fight or two where he looks spectacular against, somebody else. You know what I'm saying? In order to really, his stardom, I don't really feel has like diminished that much. What do y'all think off the Rolly loss?
I think his stardom was based on attaching himself to Tank. And once Tank beat him, that was the end of his stardom.
I don't think so, because in that fight with Devin, it was the majority Ryan fans there.
Right, but they didn't do no pay-per-view numbers.
I mean, but
No.
Devin rarely does pay-per-view numbers though.
Jab Queen. I knew it was 4 fights. I knew I was talking about 4. I left out the biggest example. He cheated. I left out that one. So you quit in the ring. You do the Victorville shell. Look like shit. You cheat a motherfucker, and then you get upset by Rolly. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing that's not true, am I?
Nah, you're not saying nothing that's definitely not true. That's all facts. I'm just saying, look how they treat him still, even after with the PED allegations. What did they do?
Mm-hmm.
They put the nigga that you cheated on your undercard. So if
Right.
that don't tell you that he's still some sort of marketable, you know what I'm saying? What you know what I mean? Because how the
Well,
nigga
this
that
means
you
he's
cheated
above Devin
got to be
Haney.
on your undercard, huh?
I feel you.
This is he's above Devin Haney, which they just said.
What?
Oh, come on.
You know what? Speaking of Devin Haney and this upcoming fight that he has with Brian, what do y'all think? What are y'all thinking about this upcoming fight? I mean, we have some fights in between. Obviously, we'll discuss them as they approach. But just speaking of Devin Haney, and then earlier I saw Brian Norman Sr., like I said, talking about the Teo fight with Shakur. What do y'all think is going on for that fight?
Well,
Who
I
do
think
y'all
Devin
think is
Haney.
going to
This is
come?
the end of Devin Haney's career. Brian Norman Jr. is
Oh
going
my
to take him.
goodness! Oh my goodness! I
We're
don't know
never going
about
to hear
that.
from
I
Devin Haney again, and that's a good thing.
no cap. I'm with you,
Who said that?
your brother.
So what?
Oh, you said I don't know if it's the end of his career. Now I think that Brian Norman is definitely going to win, but I don't know if it's the end of Devin's. Nah, it might be. Yeah, because you know what? Hmm.
I did a whole live stream about this shit, and the Haney fans hated me for it because I was like, "Is it near the end for Devin Haney fighting Brian Norman Jr.?" And my case for it is, if he loses this fight, I'm telling you,
Thank
and
you, Berlizzi.
it's really dependent on more so when, like, how he lose the fight, like how he lose the fight.
I
Like
think so too.
if he lose it on some like shit where Brian
Some
Norman
dog
stop him
shit.
and get him out of there, and he dog walk him. Oh yeah, shit, it's definitely finito in a sense.
But
But
if it's
if it's
competitive and
if it's
he shows
competitive,
some
yeah,
dog, if it's
yeah.
competitive and shows some dog, he might have another chance. But yeah, to your point, I think Turkey might be his last shot. But I don't know why DHP doesn't put on their own fights and do their own thing. You know what I mean? I mean,
Because they're not a real promotional company, sister.
I know. I know.
It's
I just
just
was
a
saying
tax write off.
the shell company. Well, they had fighters. It wasn't Amari Jones underneath them before he went over to the top. Where'd he go? Golden Boy, right?
Yeah, and the reason why he had go to boy because Devin Haney couldn't do shit for him.
Hmm. Well, you know, yeah. So I don't know. I don't. He'll probably won't be in any major fights. But are y'all still interested in that rematch between him and Ryan?
No,
No, no, Pat.
I
Yeah, I
need
don't
to
know.
see
I
it
think
still. I still need to
yeah.
see it.
I think if they supposed to rematch instead of fighting Rolly on that card and him fighting
Yep. Yep.
Ramirez,
They
that
they
was the
both have
time
been out. They
and people
both
forget.
have been out over a year. You know what I'm saying? So that was perfect. They both have been out over a year. They could have came back and been each other's fight. I guess this was supposed to be their tune-up fights and then get back to each other. But I mean, now Devin is going on to fight Brian Norman.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
says
And
if he gets stopped by Brian Dover Jr., that ain't no rematch. That shit
good
dead.
grief. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I wanted to
I don't
speak on that real quick. I got a small wager on Norman, but
know. Okay.
I love a good redemption story. So like it's like my heart is with Haney. Plus, his father is from the town. I'm from Oakland, California, like Bill Haney. But
Okay. Oak Town. Oak Town.
yeah, town business in the house. But yeah, I don't
Okay.
like somebody getting cheated and being like the public. Not only did get cheated, but the public turned on them. You feel me? In large part because of Bill. I acknowledge that, but I still think it's undeserved. So I think it's a win-win for me. Either I win a small amount of bread on Norman, which is what my head thinks, or Devin gets his little redemption and becomes a man at 147, pretty much. So I'm with it either way.
Well,
Gonna be a great
well,
fight.
hold. Well, you know what, CJ? I think that that's a good point. Although I want to look at it like this, right? The reason that people turned on Devin is mostly because of Bill, and it's largely in part of the moves that they made after that fight, right? Like, so he didn't do what Margarito and Cotto like demand an immediate rematch after you were found cheating. You know what I'm saying? You tried to sue him. You know what I'm saying? That just looked a little soft. And then Bill obviously he stokes the flames, putting out people's mug shots and putting out their arrest records and all their business stuff like that. It just doesn't paint your son in the best of lights, and it doesn't look like he's a real nigga. And then you're at carnivals assaulting, carnival workers on duty. Just the sporadic act outs that transpired after that. It was almost like he was spiraling out of control. So he doesn't help himself either. It's not just his father; they're a collaborative effort to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
it's
I'll
not
respond
just
to that
all
quickly.
on.
Give me like
Okay.
10. Oh, hold on.
God
I'll be
bless
back.
you. Yeah, but that's just where I stand with that. Blue Hustle Man, what's up, baby?
How you doing, Queen? How you doing,
How you
King? Hey,
doing?
what's up?
How you doing?
Oh, oh, man, just living life, living the dream. But
I know that's
what's up to
right.
everybody in the panel? What's up to everybody in the chat?
What's up
I
with it,
really
Blue?
came up here. What's good with you, my guy, CJ? But I really came up here because Tony Reviews, right? He owed me like 1,100 push-ups, and I'm trying to get
Oh my
those up out
goodness.
of him.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Okay.
yeah. So Tony, where you
Tony.
at, my guy? Yeah. Let's address
Tony.
the situation, please, and thank you.
Sure. Tony Reviews, do you want to chime in here? Do you want to turn that camera on and provide the young man his push-ups now, or do you want to
Yes,
set up something
sir.
where you can do that later? What's up,
Yes, sir.
Writer's
No,
Block? What's going on, Jonathan? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on y'all way in. Tony Reviews, baby, you got the floor. Blue Hustle Man is here to collect his push-ups.
Blue
you
Hustle
dig?
man was good, bro.
What's good? What's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now
You gonna
Tony Review
stand
acting
on it?
like he ain't buy his, he ain't, he
Hold
ain't,
on.
he ain't buy his, he ain't buy the computer.
What's going
Oh
on?
no, that's what I'm talking about. He do this, man. Come on, Tony. Let me get my push-ups. You been ducking and dodging, my guy. Come on now. You're supposed to go
Oh
live
my
on Tuesday.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Tony, talk to me.
Yeah,
Blue Hustle Man is saying you out here. He got the APB out for you. He said you want a milk carton. What's going on? Talk to me.
Bruh, I hear this dude talking from the kitchen. I ain't
yeah,
even been in front of the
yeah,
computer in forever.
my
Hell
Yo,
no.
guy.
hold on. Time out.
All
Pause.
right, let's get it together. Let's get it
First
together.
off, I've been paid him some of the push-ups, not all of them. I
But
went
you
Okay.
know,
live. Hold on. I went live the very next day, and the day after that, and then the day after that, and this dude never showed up. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna jump on."
nah.
The next day you go live. We even agreed. I
You,
said,
so,
every day that
so
goes by, every day that goes by, I don't complete it. When you join these lives, it'll be 50 interest added to it. But he never showed up.
Mm.
Hold on,
well,
my man
actually,
Blue got a ledger. He got an Excel spreadsheet. He been adding up the push-ups, man. I believe him. I don't know.
yeah. So I just been adding them up. You dig? I actually been looking out for you. There's other people been looking out for you too. If you go to your page, it says you ain't been live for like 4 to 5 days. So I
What's
don't know
that?
what
Oh
you're
my
talking
goodness.
about.
Yo,
So I don't know
so
what you're talking about. So what I'm saying
hold
is,
on.
hey, look, I found you. I tracked you down. You know I'm about some real stuff, just like I know
Damn.
you real
Damn.
too. So let's go ahead
Damn.
and just knock out some push-ups real quick. All this pitter pat don't mean nothing. You still owe me. You know that. So
Oh my
let's get it
goodness.
down.
Oh
.com.
my
You
goodness.
dig? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Okay.
my
You know.
goodness. Oh
He said you
wow.
look at it
Okay.
and raise it the burpees. You going?
Hold on.
You know what
No,
I'm
if
saying?
you make a
That's
bet,
my
I'm
guy
gonna just
Tony.
say this. I don't know the
I hate
details, but if you make
burpees.
a bet, you gotta honor your bet. That's
I've
all.
been
That's a
paid.
minimum.
I hate
Hey,
burpees.
look,
Let me
look.
tell you
All
what he
right,
You
did.
hold
Let me tell you
on,
what he
hold
did.
on, hold on. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead and clarify this. Get this situated, please.
Yeah, so let me tell you what he did. I was live for all the people to
Okay.
come through for me to eat my crow for being wrong, right? So I went live.
Right. Right.
So this dude waited for me to do a whole chest workout, like a whole chest workout on camera. Then he come up talking about at the very end. All right, let's do these push-ups. So I knocked out like 125 of them right then. Then he was like,
Okay.
"Oh
ain't
man,
denying none of that, fam. You
hold
owe
on,
me
hold on, hold on,
1,100
hold on.
push-ups.
I'm
Stop
not done
playing.
talking."
Hold on, Blue. Let him finish. Explain his little story.
So then you told me to go live the next day. I went live the
No,
next
I said
day.
on Tuesday. It wasn't the next day. I said Tuesday. No, I
It
said
was
Wednesday.
I went live Monday and Tuesday, but
Okay,
we
but
gotta
hold on. That don't mean nothing. I told you a day to go live to where I will be there to participate. You didn't
no
go
no
on
no
that
no
day. It
no
was
no no
Wednesday.
no.
It was
No,
Tuesday. I mean,
you didn't tell me Tuesday. You
yes, I
said
did.
no,
I
you
did not say,
didn't. You asked me.
bro. You got your live. You got your live. You can pull it up. I guarantee he's gonna tell
No,
you
I
when I said
can't.
it.
The four lives that I did with you, they all got like fake ass strikes on them. Like that's why it's not on where I was doing my chest day.
Nigga, you
No,
on
no,
some
no, 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 no.
bullshit,
Listen,
nigga.
listen. Where Blue had me doing push-ups, you can't even see it. For whatever
Yo.
reason, there's like these trolls.
Nigga, look, all this is unnecessary, fam. You
I
owe me
got you.
push-ups.
I got you.
You just
I mean,
bumping
that's
your
what it
gums right
sounds like
now.
to me. That's what it sounds like to me. So, Tony, the bottom line is you owe the man push-ups. Do you want to do them now, or do you want to set something up to go do them some other time? Because we are in the middle of a live. I
Yeah,
mean, I
you
don't
can
got a
do them
problem
right
with turning your
now.
camera.
What's up? What's happening? Do them now. You know what I'm saying? You were talking all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to hunt you down.com. and here we are.
How you hunt me down though? Like this is what I'm talking
Nigga,
about. I don't
I'm
care.
here
We can
right
do
now, hunting
push-ups.
you
That's
down.
cool.
It's only
But I'm talking
evident.
about is the fabrication of your story. You ain't had to hunt nothing that I went live numerous
Nigga,
days.
you know what? You know what? This is what we gonna do. We gonna exchange numbers. None of no homo shit. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no more excuses, nigga. Got me fucked up. You still my boy though. But you know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. But you just
I
making
literally
excuses,
hold
man,
on,
nigga.
pause.
I just need my
Hold on.
push-ups, bro.
All right. First of all, hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second, because we're not finna do all this here. We're not finna do all this. Y'all get y'all little push-up story situated. Tony, drop your number in the back or whatever y'all got to do so I can get back to my live. This is foolish. If you ain't gonna do them right now, set something up for you to do them later.
Yeah, you gonna do them now or now, fam? Can you do something now?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the camera. I gotta move it to the floor so you can
Okay,
see.
so you
Yes,
gonna do
honey.
them
Turn that
straight, right?
camera on, Tony.
You gonna
Yes.
I
do them
respect it.
straight. You gonna do them straight, right? Or
I've done
how
it
many you gonna
myself
do?
Yeah, I
before.
said I'm gonna put them on the floor so you can see me.
Oh, no, nigga, that. Listen, fam. I'm asking you how many you gonna do.
Yeah.
You doing them
I
straight,
mean,
or
how
what you
long
Can't
you
do
doing?
them
gonna sit
straight.
here?
That's unrealistic, but break them down,
How
That's
long you gonna be here? We can knock out all 900 that I owe you.
Nah, you owe me
Well,
more than
listen,
that
y'all
because you
can do
didn't.
that. Y'all can do that in the background of our conversation. Turn your camera on, because I'm not
Yeah.
gonna just sit here and watch Tony do no damn push-ups in the middle of my live. You can do them in the background of the conversation that we are currently having. Turn your
Oh,
camera on, Tony. Get your little life
I got
together,
you.
whatever it is you got going on.
I got you. Let
Go
me
ahead and take your
move
well,
my
shirt off or
camera to the
whatever you
ground.
need to do.
oh.
Anyway.
Listen to you, Jazz. Talking about take your shirt off.
and
Oh,
she's trying
I
to
thought
see
that's what he
something.
had to do. I thought that's what he had to do. I
Man,
I
thought
have
that's
my
what
shirt
he
off.
had to do.
I didn't say nothing like that. I was finna just do some
Oh, oh,
push-ups. Oh,
oh,
wait.
oh, oh,
I
my
had a
bad.
push-up bet. I kept my shirt on. That's not necessary. You don't got to do all that, Tony. I don't need to see that.
Oh,
Look,
stop
look
hating,
at Jazz.
CJ. Stop hating.
Look
Stop
at Jazz
hating.
Queen. Look at Jazz Queen. She thinks she's
No,
slick.
I was trying to
Ooh.
figure it out. Blue Hustle Man, how dare you catch that? Mind your business. Anyway, y'all getting on
Hey,
my
but on some
nerves.
real, hey, look, check it out though. I gotta see him, and he gotta, if you don't mind, if we can like count him out. Look, he can do like, since we
Man,
was
what?
talking big
We
shit.
ain't been doing
Can
that.
we do like 200? Can we do 200 straight? What's up with that? That's some good
I'm not.
content. What you mean?
Hey, Jab
Well,
Queen, if you're not trying to do it on yours, I'll honor it on mine. I'll go live tomorrow. Or you can do it
Yeah,
on there.
you know what I'm saying. So,
It's whatever.
hey,
yeah,
Tony.
because y'all got a lot going on over here.
Oh, I was trying to get. That's some good views. What you mean? Wait.
Good view. Man, listen, Tony, turn your little camera on, honey, and do your push-ups in the background of us talking. You don't trust him to count them out correctly, Hustle Man? You trying to say you don't think he's gonna give you
No,
your
I wasn't
900?
really trying to. I wasn't really trying to just eyeball it while we all having a conversation like that. You know what I'm saying? We could
Okay,
all
all
like.
right. Oh
That's
my
all I was saying.
goodness. This is
That's kind of hard for us
ridiculous.
to concentrate. We gonna talk about a whole nother subject, but then I'm supposed to sit there and look like a little. That's some weird shit. That's just some weird
What's
shit to me.
weird is having the man turn on the camera and do him live. That's weird shit.
No, that's a bet he lost, and he's showing me proof. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, that's
about,
just like
Queen.
paying money. You got to stand on business. Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, homie,
that,
I just bust down 50. You didn't see it. You didn't see it, but
that's
I'm
no, you got
moving
to
the
do it.
camera so it can
You got to cam
show
up.
me on the floor.
Okay, Tony.
nigga. Nigga, you know what I said before, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me see that real push up. Don't be on no bullshit.
Blue Hustle Man, cut it out.
No, you don't know what
He
happened. You don't
said
know the extent of this
no.
bet. You do not know the extent of this nigga was talking shit.com. So I need all my
Oh,
push ups and the right
I
one.
will say my bet was only 50 push-ups, but I went to the floor, chest to floor. That's what I'm trying to see. You got to do it.
Yeah, that's a
Some
real
man shit.
push up. Holla at
You
your boy.
sound you
That's what.
instigating. You sound you
Hey, no, we
instigating.
ain't
A little
instigating.
bit.
Keep it real. That's the man code. We do it right here. You dig?
Okay,
You a
all right.
queen. We kings. You a queen. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta accept the king being a king, though. You see what I'm saying?
Fine,
We
do
doing some
whatever.
king
Do
shit.
sure,
Thank you,
whatever.
queen. Thank you, queen. Thank you, queen.
Tony, you taking a long ass time to put that phone on the
Yeah,
floor.
this
How long it
nigga.
take you to put?
Thank
That
you,
nigga looking
thank you.
for his
What the
snack
hell is?
pills.
Stop it,
Hey,
Tony.
I don't
No
like
cap.
that, homie.
He got to take that
That
snack to
nigga.
get ready.
Hey,
No, he's
he
setting up
slipped
some
that shit
AI
in.
shit. He's setting up some AI shit like put my face on this body, bust down 100 push-ups.
Talk to him,
No, I'm
CJ.
having to
Talk to
move.
him.
I'm in my house. I'm having to like unhook all these damn wires to move this shit so I can get it on the floor so you can see me.
Oh, I feel you. The
Okay,
webcam.
well,
Okay,
Yeah,
hey,
Cam.
like I'm having to go
take your
behind the
time, nigga.
desk and
We
unplug
here waiting on
everything
you,
thing.
fam. We we
Yes.
waiting on you, fam.
All
Yeah,
right.
I
So
Great.
got
while
like
Tony
every
is
time you
doing
call
that,
me back, I gotta come back.
while Tony is doing that, right? Do you care? Okay, so I don't know, Blue Hustle Man. You probably just got here, but we were earlier discussing Bernie the Boxer's comments on Mill City, saying who, which was ridiculous, who beat up Crawford better. I mean, who beat up Canelo better, or whatever the case may be. That conversation snowballed into the Max Kellerman and how he was saying the four-time division king, and then Clarissa Shields, and her outburst yet again of always wanting to be mentioned anytime there's a conversation of accomplishments or accolades. And just what do you think about her? Because this is not the first time that she's done this. Obviously, she did this to Angel Reese at the BET Awards when she won the award over Clarissa Shields. She went on and kind of gave her like a backhanded compliment. So, just real quick, like, what are your thoughts on her? And she did this actually, I think, at the post conference too. She made mention of herself when Crawford was getting his, I guess, acknowledgement for his win. To me, she's always doing stuff like this. This is kind of one of the things that
Look, I
rubs
ain't
me the
mad at
wrong
you.
way
Look,
about her.
look, I ain't mad at you, but she being a gloat. You know what I'm saying? She doing what she do. She keeping herself relevant, and I hate to say it, but that's what you have to do nowadays, being a boxer at that level. You can do whatever you can to keep yourself relevant. Yeah, now maybe she might be trying to take some of the shine, but she
That's what I'm
can't do that.
saying.
She can't
That's what
do
I'm
it though.
saying.
She can't do it. So, it's okay for her to try to not try, but to put herself out there in a positive situation. I mean, it's something that people, no matter what, it's something that people will look back to, in the future and say, you know what, dang, I remember that lady right there. So she's trying to keep herself relevant, and it's think about it. We all want to do that. When you're working a job, you got a resume. You want it to stick out. You want it to stand out out of everybody else. So if you
Yeah, but
applying for a job,
but but I feel like there's ways to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's
no,
ways
you're
to do that,
right.
and then there's a
You're right.
time and a place to do stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? And
But
while you're
that's what
quote
I said.
unquote
She's
brother,
staying on point. See, one thing I like about her, I'm gonna be honest with you, is she stays on point on what she do. I can expect her to do this. Now she comes with some different shit. I'm like, hold on, this ain't her.
you can
You
expect her
know
to
Hold
be
what?
on,
messy.
Hold on.
Blue. You expect her to hate? You could big
Yeah.
up yourself without
No,
downplaying
no.
somebody else.
Hold on. If she's a hater, my nigga, if she hates every like low key, I gotta accept that. That's what she do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's okay. Now hold on, don't condone me for just
Okay.
basically saying I have to accept her. But if she does
Said
this
she
shit,
like
that
Buck
you see where
Nasty
I'm
at the
coming
player
from,
haters
right?
ball on Chappelle's show. Buck
I'm about
Nasty
to
from the
say
player haters
no.
ball.
I'm
Yeah.
about to
Hey.
say she just reminded me of Mario when he just said that I don't condone it, but I understand it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm a real
Yeah.
one. Shit, I ain't got look. I'm not. That don't mean I rock with it, but I gotta accept her for who she is. You see what I'm saying?
back
And that's
Yeah.
that's all I'm
back in my
saying.
day,
That's all I'm
back in
saying.
my day, we called it dirty macking. You don't got to downplay the next one to big up yourself. That's dirty macking.
Look, I'm just
Garweezy
trying to.
hit the
Hey,
nail
So
on the
first,
head.
I would like
Sometimes
to
you gotta
address
let
that because Max Kellerman don't know shit about boxing because Floyd is a 5 division champion legitimately. He's a lineal champion at 130, 135, 140, 147, and 154. He was already the 154 champion when he beat De La Hoya. And then he beat Cotto at 154 weight limit. So the fact he fought Canelo's at a catch weight doesn't even make any sense to
Damn. So
bring
why
up
do you say
because
that?
he already had the fucking belt twice before he even fought Canelo at that weight class. I think him
He
and Canelo was a unification bout actually.
he
And
did
then
fight Canelo at a
Max
catch
Kellerman's a
weight.
hack. I deserve his paycheck. He shouldn't even be on
Oh
TV.
my goodness. You see what I'm
Wait.
talking about? No cap. This
All he
is
does
why
is say lies, and this is why people can't follow
Wait,
boxing.
he
They listen to the
Mayweather
people
did
like
fight
Max
Canelo
Kellerman,
with a catch weight. They fought at
alcoholics
yes
who
he
154.
run
did.
their mouth.
no, that's what he
Stop it,
said.
no
He said
cap.
he fought him. Yeah, he said that's what he said. He said he fought him at a catch weight.
He
Well, he
did.
Right,
did.
but
He
he
fought him
fought
in.
De La Hoya at the 54-pound limit. He got the
Hold
legit
on,
at the
guys.
154 limit.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yes, Romo, there's several fights on tonight. There is an OTX card with nothing but title defenses. Briar will be making his title defense. And Tiara Brown is on this undercard. Gabrielle Fandora fights tonight. She's on the Colazo undercard. That's all taking place on the zone, babe. So this card is taking place on not this card, I'm so sorry. This card is taking place on the zone. after Collazo and Jason Vian, and then also this OTX is also taking place tonight as well. That has Breon Gorman and Tiana Brown on there, making both of them making title defenses. So
There we
go
go.
ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah. No. What were you
No,
saying?
I was
Oh, no
chilling.
cap. Oh, no cap. You was spitting your venom again. Something about Floyd. No cap, babe. Go ahead. I didn't mean to break up your rant,
Your
but I
flow.
wanted to
I
make
thought I
sure I
was a
was.
negative one, but I just try to be balanced. And no cap be going hard. I respect him though. He said on what he say. I mean, he believe it. I believe he believe what he believes.
I hope
No
he
cap
believe
is
what he's
crazy.
saying. Shit.
No cap is crazy.
He just
Yeah,
trolling,
but
man.
no, no. To his point, though, I mean, Max Kellerman should know those details about Mayweather as much time as he spent with them, because remember, he did most of the 24/7s with Mayweather when they was back on, what was that, Showtime? So, you would think he would
Word.
know that. Max Kellerman lately has been coming. I don't know. I was embarrassed for him. I wanted him to get off his knees so bad during that whole thing. That's why I'm glad somebody, who was that? Canelo checked him and said,
Oh,
Canelo
Jack
checked him.
Queen, can I
Yes.
say something to you?
What he
I
say?
didn't hear you
Yes.
eat crow. I didn't hear you eat
What?
crow because you said Canelo was going to win. So I'm just asking you, what is your opinion? If you don't mind me, you know what I'm saying, just switch it up just a little bit, just to hear your opinion of what your thought process of when you seen that fight happen and the outcome just, came about
Well,
of what it did.
well,
What was your opinion of that, Queen?
I don't know. I don't know where you were, but I went live right after the fight. I
No,
was live
I
before
can
the
understand.
fight.
I just, like I said, I didn't
Um,
hear it. That's all I was saying.
my opinion is, I mean, Bud won. We saw the fight. I thought that I don't think it was a shutout like everybody said, looking at the CompuBox scorecards. But he won convincingly. There's no need for a rematch, in my opinion. I am actually surprised that he was able to move around with all that weight and how well he was able to take Canelo's punches. So I was a little surprised at that. But I mean, he won. I don't know what people want from me. I give the
Right.
man his props, but apparently some of y'all want me to bend over and make it clap. I'm not. I don't fancy
God
him,
damn.
but I don't fancy him. But I will give him his props when he gets his props. So he
All right.
did a good job. He did a good
Okay.
job.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So when he stood in front of him, because me and you had a conversation about that
Uh
situation, I
huh.
said that he stand in front of him. How did you? What was your opinion when he stood in front of him and
Yo,
exchanged with him?
when he did that, I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Like I said, I was very surprised that he was able to take Canelo's punches. Canelo, for whatever reason, he is, like No Cap says, one dimensional. I thought they would have changed some things up for this particular fight, but it's no secret. I mean, Canelo struggles with pure boxers. That's like an open industry secret almost. You know what I'm saying? Almost like how did he give it up? It's almost like an open industry
Yeah.
secret that Canelo struggles with pure boxers. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there was
Yeah,
that. He executed whatever game plan him and Bomac put in place. He executed it very well. So kudos to the Bomac and the cheese doodles and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
but I
See,
just want to say,
still
I
big
told you
man.
so, though, Queen. I told you, gonna stand in there.
Yeah,
You
you
gonna do
did.
that
You did. You did tell me that, but I mean, to be honest, when you look at stuff like that and you look at his natural weight, you don't think that somebody with his body build would be able to put on weight that looks that natural, because that weight looks natural on him almost. So
Hmm.
it feels like, well, what the hell have you been doing all these other years? You know what I'm
But
saying? Like, so
see, Queen, it was
Draining
natural
himself.
because he. But hold on, it was natural, Queen, because he took a year to build it and make it. It was natural. That's what I'm just trying to say. It was natural because he took a year just to put it on and become
and put it on
acclimated
and
to
figure
it.
out how to move around with it. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
So
was in
I'm gonna
training
say
for
this. I'm
six
gonna say this
months. He
quickly, and
didn't
then
do
I
it. He
want
didn't
to.
do it on four. He didn't do it on 4 months training. He did 6 months training for this fight.
Right,
Mhm.
and I want to say this. I want to add this, and then we'll steer it back to Kellerman because I ain't trying to rub her face, and it's my first time on the panel, Blue. You
No,
can't be doing it like that.
yeah.
But
I hold on, CJ, back up. I'm not doing her like nothing. Don't be trying to do that shit.
no, she said I was wrong, and she stood on it. To me, that was enough. She said I was wrong, gave him credit. She didn't make no excuses. To me, that's enough. But I just want to say this: it's something. Another thing I do. I'm a jack of all trades. So I done some trail running. I say that to say this: when I saw him running up mountains, I was like, oh yeah, that conditioning is next level. There ain't nothing like that, except for actually being in the ring. it ain't no better cardio conditioning you can do than running up a goddamn mountain. So haven't done that myself.
Really?
And
I'm about to say that sounds like something I might need to try. I know the incline on your treadmill ain't nothing like that, right?
Oh no. Because it's
Nah,
different, like
no.
grades.
Because
You
you
got
got
like
up and
rocks. You got
downs,
all
like
kind of different. Like your whole body got to adapt and compensate for
yeah, the
everything. It's like
ground's not level either. So you know what I'm saying? You have to adjust your, you know what I'm saying? Like when you running and yeah.
yeah, I did my
Okay.
first
All right.
half marathon in the Berkeley Hills, and I had great respect for it. After that, I was dying for real. I collapsed at the finish line. But anyway, Max Kellerman, I wanted to say this real quick. Man, I had a lot of respect for him because he's been covering boxing for a bunch of years. I remember Around the
That's what I'm
Horn
saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
when Around the Horn first came out, like over 20 years ago. I was rocking with that. So I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't know the history like he should, especially like you said,
Hmm.
spending so much time around Floyd. But I think, and I'm gonna land with this, he might be just trying to adapt to the social media age where you got to say something controversial to get them clicks and to get motion. Maybe that's what he's on. I hope that's what it
But
is. I hope he ain't just like losing it because I'm
but you
disappointed,
know
champ.
what's But you know what,
He's also
CJ?
pure hate.
See,
He just hates
I
Floyd
hear what you're
Mayweather. He wants
saying.
to diminish his
I don't.
legacy.
But how though? He spent all that time with he spent all that time with Floyd. Floyd had him on for the 24/7 multiple times. I thought that they were at least cordial
Right.
with each other, if nothing else. But I will
I'll
say
explain it
this,
to you.
right? To you, okay, 1 second. CJ, to your point, I hope that's not what he's doing because that's not real nigga shit. You don't adapt to people or to their things. You make them adapt to you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Work.
keep spitting that real shit. And if niggas ain't jacking it, then the niggas just ain't jacking it. But the real one's always gonna stay with you. Now you got people who didn't like you before that, you know what I'm saying, still don't like you. And now you got the people that used to like you that don't like your ass now. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like,
feel that.
you know, you building your shit the wrong way if you plan on being over here the long haul. Because I tell you what, Turkey ain't gonna be here the long haul. Dana White ain't
Mm.
gonna be here the long haul. If they cannot get that TKO overturned, if they cannot get the Muhammad Ali Revival Act pushed through, I doubt either one of them will stay and compete in the market as it is. Just like Sean Zattel asked him, and I do not believe the reason he didn't answer that question is because his answer is no.
Hey, you got that clip? You want to run that? I seen it, but it might be good for the audience.
I don't have it on here. I was looking for it. I thought I uploaded it, but I guess I uploaded so much crap. But I thought I uploaded Oscar's Clapback Thursday too, but I don't see that in here
All right.
either.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking you might just want to go to IG real quick while No Cap spit some bullshit. You got it.
Oh,
I don't let him
No,
spit
I ain't
bullshit.
hating
He
on
get
No
fat.
Cap.
we're not gonna
You
do
know, see,
that.
Max
Don't
Kellerman
do
is
No,
a
no,
hack.
I'm not even taking it there. It was a joke. It's a small joke.
Yeah,
Just
Max
jabbing it.
Kellerman is a hack. He's a problem with boxing. Right? See, once upon a time, Max Kellerman did
How
talk
he the
good
problem with
boxing.
boxing? He just got back
He
here.
keep it
Stop
100.
it.
And that was a long
Yeah,
time ago. See,
I know.
HBO went
Everybody hard
against
on him
Floyd.
right now. That's
HBO
crazy.
went out of business going into the Floyd Mayweather hater business. And that's what started with Max Kellerman and Larry Merchant and all them. And they tried to hype up Triple G, who was one of the biggest hype jobs in boxing history. And HBO went out of business because of it. Now they bringing they bringing him back from the grave. Because it's like, you want boxing, you trying to bring boxing back, you want to bring somebody that help it get put out of business. He just blatantly told a lie about Floyd Mayweather to try to take away credit from somebody's career. Telling a blatant lie to people. He's supposed to be a journalist, a media somebody people listen to. He tells a blatant lie, talking about Manny Pacquiao is Crawford the only legitimate 4-division champions, where Floyd is a 5-division champion. He brings up the fact that he fought Canelo to catch weight, which is still for the title because it's over 47, so the title's still on the line. But besides the fact he already fought for the belt at the full limit twice, first against De La Hoya and then again against Cotto. And he had the WBA when he fought Canelo. It was a unification bout. He was the WBA and WBC champion at 154 and 147 at the same time until he retired. So I don't know what the hell Max is talking. Max is full of shit, is what I'm trying to tell you. And he's
No,
capable.
you cooking on that one. I can't disagree with nothing you said. But I just want to. It's not even my bet, so I am somewhat instigating, if you want to say that. But Big Tony, I'm gonna need OG. I'm gonna need you to go a little deeper. I need to see a 90-degree angle on them elbows for the next set. Go all the way to the floor.
Hold on, are you doing push-ups right now?
You didn't peek?
Oh hell.
Yeah, he did. He busted out like 20, something like that. Yeah.
Oh man, he already took a break.
He wasn't going down. He wasn't going all the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I told him before. He over there half-ass doing them.
All
Hey,
right,
I'm gonna tell you like this.
so
I was doing sets of 10, but I took my shit all the way. I had good form. It's all about the form.
I mean, I don't see. Can you hear me talking?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you,
hear you.
Tony.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't see how they have good form. My arms were
No, it
all
wasn't
the way
90
up
degrees,
there.
champ.
What?
Listen, stop
I'm a
instigating.
perfectionist.
Stop instigating.
90
Stop
degrees.
instigating.
My chest was touching the ground. How am I supposed to go any deeper?
Oh, you just so buff that your chest touched the ground from that high.
You
Okay, I
didn't
see.
see my whole bottom side touching the ground?
No,
He
the
be-
camera angle. To be honest, the camera angle, I couldn't really see the chest. You feel me?
Bro,
Move
I'm
it
like
over or scoot
flat.
down a
I
little
was
bit.
flat on the ground. What is you talking?
Okay, well, if you did, you did. You know in your heart if you did it. I'm just fucking. I mean, again, I'm just instigating. I'm just stirring the pot. I'm bullshit.
We see that. So
How
hold
many
on,
was
John, because
that?
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it for you, John, because I thought I had that up
50.
here, but I didn't. About Max Kellerman and what he got going on. What was that on the ring, right, guys? Because I
Hold on,
seen
Blue.
that.
I'm responding to something on my
No,
computer.
no, no. It wasn't the
I
ring.
was.
It was
It was. He was doing like an interview with the. He was doing a sit down thing with the ring, wasn't he? He was over
Yeah,
there
but I
with.
thought I saw a different tag on it when I saw it on IG. I thought it was a different tag. You're right, but it was on a different account when I seen it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, to you guys' point, I don't know what he has transformed into. Over these couple of, because he just got back, did he not? So I mean,
Who,
I don't know
Max
what he
Kellerman?
got
Yeah,
going.
he just got. Yeah, he's been back. Well, he did basically. Yeah, he basically just shut down. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, but that was another thing though that I had an issue with. Like, if you guys know, he's not really allowing the regular media to cover any of his events. I'm talking about Turkey Al-Ashiki. So I mean, he went and got Max Kellerman, which whatever. Um, I just feel like if he had to let Brunch Boxing or somebody else, like, you know what I'm saying, cover these events, there might have been a little bit better line of questioning, or they would have known a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But no cap, you said you were gonna tell me why he's hating on Floyd, or do you not know?
I told you because it started with HBO when they went in the Floyd Mayweather hate business. They tried to
Now
bring
he
down
was
Floyd.
what? Was this after Showtime? After he used to do the
No, this is before
24/7?
Showtime. Floyd was on HBO. They had Floyd Mayweather, but they was always hating
Oh
on him.
yeah,
They was
yeah,
always
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit about him doing the comment. Just watch this old fights on HBO. Listen to the commentary.
Oh yeah, I
Basically,
remember. I remember. He said that's when they was in there. You ain't gonna do shit. That's when one of the
that
that
was
old
after the fact.
commentator.
That was
Oh
like,
no,
yeah,
okay.
that's why he did it because of all the years of this of that
Yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that. I remember that.
but they tried to hype up Chocolatito and Triple G. That ain't see how that worked out for them. They went out of business. Showtime took over boxing, whatever, because of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
The rest is history. Now Max Kellerman is back hating on Floyd because that's what he was paid to do. And he developed some kind of hatred for Floyd to big up Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd. Now they trying to come up with reasons why Manny Pacquiao is better than Floyd, even though he lost to Floyd. Like, it's ridiculous. It's that type of behavior that needs to get put out and called out. And these
I
people need to
hate
start
that.
losing respect. When people say outlandish stuff, ridiculous things in public, they need to start losing respect, losing their ability to speak publicly about these type of things. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of order restored. You can't just let people say whatever they say, blatant lies. It goes unchallenged and people just accept it because it's ridiculous. Like, you just straight up said a straight up lie, just diminished. You said this dude's a 5 division champion. You say he ain't even a 4-1. He ain't even a real 4-1. Which don't even make any sense. Because even if you don't count the Canelo one, he beat De La Hoya for the 154 title, and he beat Cotto for the 154 WBA title at the W54 weight limit. But besides that, even without 54, he's a 4 division champion because he was the lineal champion at 130, at 35, at 40, and at 47. So he's a 4 division champion without even going to 54. It's like this is just a stupid ass statement. It's just pure hate. And I'm gonna keep pressing this, though. Max Kellerman need to be out of box. He don't need to be talking about boxing. He got a biased ass opinion. Dude is just running some kind of all the mother Mike Coppinger. They need to get the fuck out, man.
Oh my
All the
goodness.
motherfuckers need to go. Dan Raphael, his fat ass need to go too. That's why
Hey,
ESPN fell off because they got corporate welfare They're paying Dan Farrell to sit on his fat ass and write a bunch of fucking bullshit ass articles about nothing, about his own fucking bias and sitting on this fucking high. Like, who is this guy? Who gives?
Yeah, no cap. What did he do? What did he do to you?
He slept with No Cap girlfriend or
He
something.
tells lies to the
No, I
public
gotta.
about boxing, and I'm offended.
He slept with No Cap girlfriend or
push
something.
bullshit
I gotta.
What's going on?
I got a couple questions for No Cap, man. Hey, salute to you. My first time seeing you out here on these YouTube boxing streets. Shout out to you and be on the panel with you for the first time. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it real. So let's go. Let's go. You saying that Kellerman needs to be out the business because he's biased and painting a narrative and putting too much sauce on it, basically, right?
No, he's just telling straight up lies. He's lying to the public.
Okay.
You trying to grow the sport and you diminishing an all-time great, you diminishing the accomplishments of somebody who put blood, sweat, and tears into the game that elevated the sport to new heights. The reason why all these guys are getting these big paychecks, and you want to try to diminish this man's legacy before the
I'm
world.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So here's my follow-up question.
Acceptable.
I'm not like, it's more egregious for him like being actually in the business and you being a panelist and him like citing facts. If you say he's 5-time, I got to do my research again. If I don't know something, I don't know. But I believe you, like based on the fights you were citing. Okay, cool. He's a 5-time, and Max Kellerman went against that. However, when I first got on this stream, didn't you say Canelo ain't shit? Isn't that diminishing the all-time great fighter too?
No, Canelo's not an all-time great fighter.
Okay,
that's me. He ain't shit. That ain't got nothing to do.
Well, that,
even without the fact that he's a 5-division champion, just because he beat Canelo doesn't. He was a 5-division champion before he beat Canelo.
No, again, I said it's way more egregious, and that was actual fact. If he was a champion, he was a champion. But to say Canelo ain't shit, that's in the same vein as what I'm trying to get at. That's like you discredit him.
That's more of an opinion. That's more of an opinion than a fact. Max Kellerman left out facts. Yours an opinion.
He's a medium hype. They hype Canelo up because they try to make a message of Floyd Mayweather boxing star, and he became somewhat of that. But he was not really that big of a pay-per-view seller. And he sucked. They was giving
that's just cat. That's cat. No cap.
He was the biggest in his era.
Him $80 million to fight John Ryder and Berlanga and McGee and fucking Rocky Fielding. Like all these fights, nobody wanted to see. That didn't sell any pay-per-views, and they wondered why they failed. Because y'all
they were still selling. No, the fucked up part of the game.
Don't draw like that. He did 1 million buys one time with Triple G.
The fucked up part of the game is they weren't the fighters you wanted to see, but he was still the highest selling fighter in his era. You're talking era for era, right? It was earlier conversation. In his era, he sold the most.
They gave him all the money and didn't get the money to nobody else.
What is
the argument?
But they've been doing that. Hold on, one at a time, y'all. And they've been doing that to Canelo. I said that for a long time. Canelo has been robbing the bank without a gun. I don't know where the hell Blue went.
I've been doing these push-ups. Where the fuck he go?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, I'm a vouch for you. Blue is my man. I'm a vouch for you. However many you bust down.
Hey, I'm gonna see if he comes back before I start up again.
He can
take you a break, Tony. I mean, really, but no. But all right, y'all. Just one at a time. But no. I feel like I don't know. Canelo, he does get an exorbitant amount of money. You know what I'm saying? For all of his fights, seems like regardless of who the hell he's fighting, he gets an exorbitant amount of money. So, that's a good question, Barizi. That's to you, No Cap.
No,
that's why I hate that narrative.
I've been saying Canelo won shit, but the world said the world built Canelo up. The media built Canelo up. All the things y'all said, what I've been saying for years, this dude was a hype job, fight cherry picking. Nobody wanted to believe me. So no, Crawford gets all that. He cut his head off and took all that.
Well, no, let's say you're right. Let's say Canelo ain't shit.
Hold on, CJ. You
gotta
can't
say
that. You can't make that statement though, because at 168, he didn't cherry pick. He beat champion after champion after champion. Now, you can make the argument that he dug Benavidez, but Benavidez wasn't a champion because he got his ass stripped twice. So again, that's not Canelo's fault that Benavidez couldn't keep his weight under control and couldn't stop snorting powder.
Stop that.
I don't even want to get into that because that's a whole nother conversation. I'm just looking for logical. Hold on, real quick. No. I'm gonna let you finish. Give me 10 seconds. I promise you, I'll be in and out like a robbery. For No Cap. No. Real quick. I promise you. Stop trying to overtalk me.
Hold on. Y'all both need to stop overtalking me. That's number one. Number two, hurry up and land your plane, Tony.
All I'm saying is when you fight champion after champion after champion to get all the belts, you can't call that cherry picking because you beat all the champions.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I just okay. I mean, we could
I
have got that
disagree
done a
because
lot
let me
quicker.
explain why.
I
Let me
was trying
explain
to
why it's a
address.
cherry
Come on,
pick.
man. I've been waiting. I was trying to address no
Go ahead.
cap. I'm looking for logical consistency. If you say Canelo ain't shit, then Bud's win didn't mean shit. That's all I'm looking for. Either it
Oh
did mean
yeah.
shit or it didn't. That's all.
No, it means shit because the world built Canelo up to a false idol, and he took
No, but in your opinion, he wasn't shit, so it's easy.
right because that's why he lost to somebody from two weight
So it
classes
don't
who
mean
didn't
shit,
even
right?
have a tune-up.
So it
He's
don't mean
38
shit.
years old. He lost to a 40-year-old man who came up two weight classes without a tune-up.
So
The
it
great
don't mean
fighters
shit.
don't do that. The
Okay,
great fighters
it don't
don't
mean
do
shit
that.
then. I'm just looking
When
for
Marquez
consistency.
moved
You
one
got it.
weight class to fight World Mayweather, he got washed.
You know what, CJ? I like you. I asked
You
them
know what
the
I
same.
mean?
No,
I'll be
because I
walking
say the
people down.
same thing. I
Yeah.
say the same thing to them all the time. They get up here on my panel, the same shit that No Cap just say. They get up here on my panel like they came up here and told me Zepeda was flat-footed. He wasn't nothing. That Shakur was gonna walk right through him. And then when Shakur did what they said he was gonna do, and they came over here like he just beat Godzilla, I simply played them what they said and sent them on their way. You cannot get credit for somebody if you sit up here and dog the man out. Nobody pays attention to how Mayweather talked about his opponents. He always bigged them up so he can get credit for the win after he wins. You can't sit up here and tear the man down, then want credit for beating him. What sense do that make, y'all?
Right. That's the same way I approach
Bud gets
whatever
credit
I
for moving
say.
up two weight classes. Nobody can take that
No, champ.
away.
Whatever I say, I'm consistent. I said it would be a hell of a fight, a hell of a challenge, but I had Crawford.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm
just finish
consistent
off
with
the
my shit.
200.
I give him
You can
credit
watch.
because I knew it was a hell of a challenge. You can't say the man ain't shit like you beat up a 2-year-old and then get after that give him props. You can't have it both ways.
No, because
Hey,
y'all
shout out
built up.
Jab
He was
Queen keeping
built
it
up to
real.
be something he wasn't. They made this guy face a boxer. He didn't deserve it.
Again, I wasn't
His
talking public
168
perception. I'm
run is
talking
a
about
joke.
your
He fought him
perception.
for a bunch of vacant belts. Like how Billy Joe Saunders get a belt? Who did he
I'm
beat
not
for a
talking about
belt
public
at
perception. I'm
68?
talking about your
Who did Billy
perception
Joe
in
Saunders beat
your
for a belt
opinion.
at
Come
68?
on, one at a time, y'all. One
Who
at a
did Billy
time.
Joe
I'm gonna let him
Saunders
finish.
beat
Go
at
ahead.
168? Who did Billy
I'm
Joe
not talking
Saunders
about the
beat at
specifics.
168?
I'm not talking about specifics. Zoom out. I'm not talking about public perception. I'm talking about your perception. In your opinion, he ain't shit. So Bud's
He
win
ain't.
don't mean shit. You got it. You got to say that.
No, I
That's
said
not
it.
my
It means
opinion.
something because he went up two weight classes and got all the belts.
Okay.
That's
But
all
if
it
he
really
went up,
means.
if he went
That's
up
what it
to,
means. That's what he did. That's what it means for him.
but No Cap,
Canelo,
what does that really mean? If you're saying that the nigga he got it from ain't shit, is that really difficult to do
it
then?
don't matter. It don't matter who he got him from. He got him. Dongo wasn't shit either. Did he get the undisputed from Dongo?
But see, that's my issue with a lot of his opponents. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? That
He just
whatever.
greater. He just that much better than him. That's all.
I'm gonna let
Oh,
him shine. I'm gonna let him shine.
hold on.
Okay,
So
we're gonna
Billy
listen.
Joe Saunders definitely went to 168 and beat top contenders there. Now the guy that he beat for the belt, Izufi, wasn't the greatest champion, but he was a champion. As well, I think
It
it
was
was
a
for a
vacant
vacated
belt.
title.
He didn't
I
beat
think
a
it was
real
for a
champion.
vacated title. But he defended his belt 2 more times. He beat
Against who?
who did he beat? Corsasis. Corsasis was like a top 5 ranked fighter at super middleweight.
But that we never saw fight again.
It doesn't matter if we saw somebody fight again after they
Yeah, because
lose or
they
not.
don't.
The
They
fact of
was
the
never
matter is,
really at the
Billy Joe
top. They was
Saunders
put there in the
beat top
rankings.
contenders at
This is what I mean
168.
by hype jobs. People want to get these
One
hypes.
at a time. One
People
at a
can't
time,
see the
guys.
hypes for what it
See,
is. How they
he
just
can't
put dudes
stop
in the
while I'm
rankings
talking.
to get him up from his
Yo,
belts.
there you
It's
go.
like how
Still talking
Paulie got
while
a
I'm
belt.
talking.
And
He
then
is
Broner,
talking while I'm
he got a
talking.
belt just so Broner could get a belt off somebody. Like it's be stuff
No,
like that. And people
Billy Joe
just
Saunders.
be
This
acting like
what's
they
so
don't see
crazy
this.
about
And
what you're saying.
I pointed out because
Okay,
people got to learn the
hold
game.
on. No, okay. Oh, No Cap, you are something. Go ahead, Tony. Let Tony
Yeah,
rebuttal that No Cap.
you know he gets emotional. He can't be quiet when I talk. He
I'm
made the
not getting
Don't
comment.
emotional.
nitpick at him. See, that's what I'm
There you
talking about.
go.
Stop nitpicking at him. Stop nitpicking at him, Tony, and just
You
do.
just don't
You
like
know
facts,
how.
Tony. That's
Every time I
Tony. The reason why
talk,
you're always
he
wrong
talk.
because
Like
when
you
people
see
give you
every time I
facts, you just
talk, you
ignore
even
them.
tell him to be quiet, and he still talk when I talk. It don't make no fucking
Go ahead.
sense.
Go ahead,
Anyway,
Tony.
he's acting like Billy Joe Saunders wasn't a multi-division champion as well. Like that was
It
a good
wasn't.
win. Whether you like the dude or not, it's
It was
irrelevant.
not a good win.
What?
No Cap.
Who
Stop
did he
cutting him
beat?
off, man. Let
He
him
ducked
finish.
Andrade at 60.
No Cap, I'm gonna mute
First
your ass.
off,
Stop
Mute
talking
me.
while he's talking.
Mute me. 'Cause I
first
can't
off,
help but
the
interrupt.
fight. See, there you go, still talking. fighting. You can't duck somebody. The fight was made. He was going into the fight with Andrade, and because of a nasal spray that he was using, which was legal to use in the UK, the fight got called off. He didn't duck him. He signed a contract to fight him. The difference in UCAD And how we do it over here was the conflict of interest. In the UK, he legally can use his nasal spray. Over here, you can't use it. That's why the fight didn't happen. He didn't duck the dude. They were signed to fight. They even had a fucking venue. What are you talking about? Number two, he was a champion at 160. He became a champion at 168, defended his title, beat a top 5 ranked dude while defending his title. I believe he fought Martin Murray as well at 168, who was a so-so fighter from the UK. And then he lost to Canelo and got his face broke. So yeah, when you win a belt and you defend a belt, you're a champion.
Now you can respond, no cap. You need to think about it, or you good? No cap.
He done.
Okay. Okay. So,
But it's just like Jab Queen, I feel you, Ty. Like the mental gymnastics these dudes do where they want to take away from wins, but then praise somebody for winning that win that doesn't matter is ridiculous. It's like
I don't understand it.
Is that you, Tony? Hey, shout out to you. I agree with wholeheartedly. You seen it?
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna do this last I think 40 push-ups to finish out this 200. I don't know
Good
where
night,
Blue
Ramon.
went.
Good night, baby.
I don't know where Blue went, but we gonna finish
I
this
thought
off.
I let Blue back on the damn panel. I thought he got back on the panel, but I guess not.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna let him know, homie.
He just see, but this is what I'm talking about. I was doing the push-ups for him last time on my live, and he just disappeared.
Okay, but hold on. We got somebody new on the panel. Bud Smoking, what's up?
What's up? Yeah, I seen this dude Cam Network hating on Bud before the fight. His prediction was all wrong. Tony Reviews, what's up, man? I ain't seen
So
you
hold
around, bro.
on. So you came over here to start problems with my brother? Is that what you're saying?
He's talking
Hey,
shit.
I
Hey,
just
shout
gotta
out,
let
Bud.
them know. I tried to tell them Bud gonna put in that work, but they ain't believe me. Now we seen. So what's up, Tony? What happened out there, bro? He doing push-ups?
Yeah, he busting down his push-ups. You got to give him credit.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on. Cam is still up here. Cam. I guess not. I guess
Cause
he's
he
somewhere
he
doing
was
something.
he was cursing Bud out. I heard a lot of cuss words in his little rant.
No, I don't believe that's true. I believe he gave Bud his credit. I mean, everybody has predictions before the fight. Nobody gets everything correct all the time. There's a lot of boxers that also pick Canelo to win.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
So I
you
mean,
know, Bud up there. He on Mount Rushmore now. You
that's
know,
your opinion, sure,
that's a lot of people opinion. You don't think so?
and that's fine. No, listen. I'm gonna let him just have
All
his
right, we
little
at
time,
200.
his moment in the spotlight. I don't, he did a good job, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But as far as the Mount Rushmore and all that other stuff, no, I don't think so.
You back Tony Reviews?
Tony, you
Yeah, he
done
back.
with your little push-ups, honey?
Jab
Yeah.
Queen,
I
don't
didn't
say
get
a
to
little
see not one
push-ups.
of 'em.
Don't say
I
a
didn't
little
get to see
200
none
in,
of.
bro.
I didn't get to see them, so I don't care nothing about them.
Okay.
No, but yeah, no, I mean, everybody had their predictions for that fight. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, thought what they thought for whatever reason they thought it, for that particular fight. I also wanted Canelo to win that fight because I just don't think it sets the greatest precedent that somebody from two weight classes below you can come up and whoop you. That's playing a dangerous game for a lot of these boxers. Maybe obviously not for Bud since he proved to be successful, but for a lot of these boxers who just think you can just jump your ass up 2 and 3 weight classes all willy nilly, somebody's going to get seriously hurt doing that.
Yeah,
Unless they have the game plan that Bud and Bomac have where they strategically move and pick fighters, who they want to get in the ring. But outside of that, that's a dangerous game. And anybody trying to make weight to go down and fight, look at Devin, how he looked, at 35 his last fight. Wasn't he looking like Thriller? You know what I'm saying? That
his
last
last
fight.
fight, yeah, his last
Yeah,
fight at
so I mean,
35,
it's
yeah.
that's just I'm just not a fan of playing weight games anyway. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just my
Yeah.
issue. I'm just not a big fan of draining yourself. And I know a lot of people say if you can make the weight, you can make the weight. But to me personally, I just think that's a dangerous game. Didn't Virgil Ortiz get whatever the hell the name of that shit is, where he got hospitalized for the weight draining and all that? That's why he had to move up to
Rhabdo.
154. So it's just a dangerous game in general. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
Wow.
feel that as someone from the '80s, I favor same day weigh-ins. I wish they would bring that back.
Yeah.
No excuses. Then you can't say he was drained or you pulled him up. Everybody fought not at their walk around, but within reason. You feel me? It's the same day,
Mm-hmm.
so it can't be that
Yeah.
much. No much rehydration. So I feel that.
And
I
I feel
don't
like
think.
that's
I
why
go ahead.
Floyd really was successful because he fought close to his walk around.
And
Well, yes and
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Hold on. That's true, but not true. Because Floyd
Okay.
went up. Floyd went up 5 divisions, fought in his 4th division the most. So you got to understand, all the way up to 147, he was cutting weight.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Yeah.
also growing
Yeah.
into his man body.
Yeah,
As
he
far
was
as
I
I'm
don't.
young,
concerned,
wasn't he?
he was
He
still
was young
growing.
when he
Yeah,
was doing that though.
absolutely.
I
It
don't
don't matter.
think a
I'm
lot of
telling you,
people.
all these fighters, as
Hmm.
they get older, they start to go to what their natural weight is. That's why they go up
Right.
in weight.
Because it's harder to lose weight, right? It's
Yeah,
harder to
I
lose weight as
guarantee
you
you,
get older.
Floyd was around 147, 150 whenever he was fighting where he started. Like that's just the facts of the matter. Like
No,
it
I
is
agree.
what it is.
Again, it's just it's a matter of
I,
degrees, but I feel
I
you.
don't. I don't think a lot of fighters gonna try to skip 2 weight classes, personally. But
Well, no.
I wanted to acknowledge that. First, I was confused on what Max Kellerman meant by Floyd is not really 4 times lineal, and he
Okay.
not because
Oh, okay.
he fought Canelo at 52, not 54.
Lineal.
So that's
Yeah.
why he's not 4 times lineal. So
But
it's
but hold on, wasn't he champ before that fight already anyway though?
no, he didn't have the lineal belt at
Not the
54.
lineal. That's the distinction he's
Hold
making.
on. That's not true.
Uh
I thought he got the lineal from Oscar when he beat him.
No, he was supposed to get it with the Canelo fight, but he didn't.
Are you sure? I thought Oscar was the
Yeah,
lineal
that don't make
champion.
sense. I
I
mean, it was
thought
a long time ago, but Oscar was definitely. Canelo was not. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got to go back
hold
and
on.
look.
I
I don't
thought
want to speak on.
Oscar
yeah,
was the
now I'm
lineal
gonna have to go
champion.
back and look. Y'all gonna make me go back and
Yeah,
look at
we're
it.
gonna
I
have
gotta
to
look. I gotta
definitely.
look at 154 and see if Oscar was a lineal when he fought him, because I know he was the A side of all the boxing at the time.
Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
real quick, Jab Queen, you said you rock with me. I appreciate that, and I'm trying to self promote, but I just started my channel a few weeks ago. I appreciate a sub, at least from you personally. I'm not trying to
I
get to your
thought
audience.
no, I mean please, everybody here love boxing conversation. Y'all gonna sub up to CJ for sure. And I'm gonna come over there and kick over everything in the chat, honey. Come over there and act a fool. Just let me
All
know
right,
when you go live or what you got going on, and we'll definitely do something for sure.
cool.
We
I got a female
love
co-host.
conversation.
I got a
Okay.
female co-host, and we'll be going live tomorrow. So that's what's up.
Okay. Drop your channel in the back so I can make sure I get it and make sure I come up on put it in the chat too. So anybody who want to come over
For
and
sure.
kick it with you can come kick it with you. But yeah,
Appreciate that.
I have to look into that, y'all, because I'm really not sure if I'm being honest. I thought also that he was though the 4 division champ.
yeah. I gotta be. I'm
Hmm.
not really 100% either, but I understood if he fought, he didn't fight him at 54. So that's why Max Kellerman was saying that. But
Mm.
I'm not 100%
Well, Max
on that
Kellerman just
either.
straight up lied, man. Floyd is
Oh
a
my
5 division
goodness.
champion.
So it just came out of
He
nowhere.
no, he said
Okay.
he 5 division champion, but he said he not 4 times lineal because he won the
Yes, he
lineal at
is.
54.
He is fourth. He was a lineal
So hold
champion at
on,
one
no
point.
cap, no cap. Did he have that belt before he fought Canelo?
Yes, he got his first 54 title in 2009 against De La Hoya.
So
He moved
it
up from
was against De
27
La
to
Hoya.
54 to fight. He took De La Hoya belt at 54. Then he fought Cotto again at 54 for the WBA. Then he fought Canelo. It was a unification bout.
I feel what you're saying. I really think the distinction y'all drawing is lineal versus a belt. But in my
Yeah,
mind, just
Well, he
like
got the ring
you
belts
know,
in both. He had the ring belt at 54 and 47 at the same time. He was a
okay.
lineal.
Hey, and you might be
Floyd
right
had the
though. In
ring
my
belt in
mind,
every division he fought in.
Okay,
without the rewind
Five-time
button, I
lineal
would
champion.
say
Hold on. I got it right here. I'm
I
looking.
would say
Floyd,
Oscar is most likely to be
hold on,
lineal. I
CJ.
think it took
I
it
got
from
it in front of me.
Oscar.
I got CJ. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
He did.
Go ahead.
Floyd won lineal in 154 in 2013. So now we need to see is that when he fought Canelo. So 2013 is when he actually captured
yep, that
lineal.
is when he fought Canelo.
That was Canelo. Yeah.
So he wasn't lineal then. In other words, Max
But he
Kellerman
still
is
got it.
correct.
Because he dropped the belt. He got it
He
from De La Hoya, retired, and went back to 47.
So he dropped the lineal. Okay. Wow.
no,
Okay. Good
that's we
point.
talking about 54 though.
He fought De La
Yeah,
Hoya
but
at 54 for the
when he
WBC.
retired, you got to drop the lineal when you retire. Is what he's saying. I think.
Yeah. He always dropped the belts. He's always been lineal. He just drops the belts.
So there was no lineal champion when Floyd fought Oscar. It goes.
Oscar was the best man at 54, so he was.
No, it's not the best man. You got to be
I'm about to
announced.
read it to you.
gotta
I'm about to
be
read it to
the
you.
main guy.
All right, let me read it to you. Oscar De La Hoya, lineal champion from 01 to 03. Sugar Shane Mosley, lineal champion from 03 to 04. Winky Wright, lineal champion 04 to 05. Then he vacated the lineal. Then there wasn't a lineal again until 2013 when Floyd beat Canelo.
Exactly. So he wasn't lineal, factually.
Well, he won lineal off of Canelo.
He fought at 152. So that one for the 154 lineal strap, it couldn't have been.
Well, that's not true though, because
It is true. If you don't fight
hear
at
me
the
out.
weight,
Hear me out.
Anything
Hear me
over
out.
47 is junior
on.
middleweight, bro.
no.
We
You can come in at 148 and it's junior middleweight.
How come Ryan Garcia wasn't eligible to win a 140 strap against Devin?
He did.
Because he was over the weight limit.
Because
He could be under the weight
He
limit.
was. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. He was eligible. However, he missed weight.
He missed weight, so he wasn't eligible to win that belt.
Yes,
That's
you
why
can't come
Devin-
in over the weight. That's why it's called weight limit.
He couldn't win the belt because he came in at
Because he was over the weight limit.
Okay, so
You can come in under the weight limit, bro. If
One
he
at a
came in
time,
at
y'all. One at a time. One at a
Did he-
time.
Did he get
Go
the
ahead.
belt in the ring after the win? Before all the tests came back, when he actually won in the ring, did he receive the belt?
I already told you why. Because he came over the limit. You could come
So that's-
under the limit.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Junior middleweight is
don't-
148
if you
to
don't
154.
fight in a weight class,
Anything over 147 and under 154, from 148 to 154 is junior middleweight.
listen,
You
if
can
you
get the
don't
belt.
if you miss weight,
If you come in at 155, you can't get the
Dang,
belt.
yo, I'm not gonna be able to finish
Because
if
you're not
you miss
listening,
weight.
bro. I'm telling
If
you
you
what
No
it is.
cap.
You
Let him
keep
finish.
ignoring it.
No cap. No cap. Let him finish.
If you miss weight, you can't fight. You're not eligible to win that title. So that means if you don't fight at the weight, you can't win that title.
No,
So
that's not what it means.
If Floyd didn't
It's
fight
called
at
a weight
150
limit. If you come
Bro,
over the
I
weight
can't
limit,
even
you
finish.
can't get
Go
the belt.
ahead,
If
bro.
you're under the weight limit, you can
saying
still
you
get the
gonna tell
belt.
me what I'm saying. You just gonna keep cutting me off.
Floyd was 149 fighting De La Hoya at 54.
It don't matter. When he
You
fought
can come in under the weight limit, bro.
he fought at a catch weight of 152. Therefore,
Right.
he wasn't eligible to win the lineal strap because he didn't fight at 154.
Then why did he get the belt lineal strapped in?
He didn't get it.
Yes, he
That's
did.
what Max Kellerman was saying. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
All right, y'all. So we're not gonna get to the bottom of this.
I'm
I'm
tired
gonna
of
look
fucking
this
bullshit. I'm
up.
tired of fucking dumbass motherfuckers and they lying ass bullshit.
Hey!
First off, Max Kellerman said he wasn't a four division champion, which is a lie. Because he was a champion at 130, 35, 40, and 47. We're not even talking about 54.
Okay,
We're not even
All
talking
right,
about
y'all.
54.
So we're gonna move on.
He's a
because
5 division
obviously this is
champion.
a hotbed
He
of
beat De La
everything.
Hoya at 54 at the weight limit.
No
So
cap.
it's not.
Wait, we gonna call you all cap.
No cap.
That's your name.
No
all
cap.
cap.
We're gonna calm this down for 1 second.
This shit is
Go
insanity.
ahead,
People
Tony.
just listening to
No,
lies,
but
bro.
I can give an example. I can give an example right now where a title was won.
No cap.
Pacquiao versus Margarito was at a catch weight. Pacquiao beat him. Title was up for grabs. There's been in the history of boxing, there's been catch weight fights where people have won titles.
Yeah, but they have to put that on the line. But the lineal is designated to a weight class.
Pacquiao for the catch weight and the title was on the line.
If
At
you
45.
fighting for a lineal title, you have to be on weight. That's designated for that
Okay,
weight class
so
alone.
why y'all count Cotto and Pacquiao when he fought Cotto at 145 catch weight? Why Max ain't bring that up? Because he's creating an agenda and lying, and y'all just feeding in the hatred.
But here's the problem. When you talk about lineal at 154, then it goes out the window completely because Canelo never fought at 154. He made his own weight class. He fought at 155 for damn near all his fights at 154.
Exactly.
So I don't understand the argument. Like Floyd historically won lineal in that fight.
He couldn't have. I mean, I get why people say he did because he beat Canelo, but technically he didn't win lineal because he fought at 152.
Well, they're saying if the precedent, hold on, champ, if the precedent had already been set.
Not in the weight.
Y'all got it. I'm tired of that
The
conversation.
belt was on the line. That's all that matters. The reason they gave him the lineal is because he had 2 belts. He had the ring, he had the WBA and the WBC, so they gave him the ring belt.
It don't matter.
That's why he got the
All right.
and they just called a ring belt the lineal.
All right,
The real
so-
lineal You beat the
The
best number
green
one
belt
guy
I'm
in
is
the
gonna
world.
have
nothing.
to
You
look
did
into.
that with De La Hoya.
That has
Excuse
Then you
nothing.
did it
me.
again with Cotto.
Okay. So we're gonna go around and give closing arguments. The main card should be getting ready to start soon, and I want to watch it. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna lead this Mayweather conversation because it's obvious that nobody really knows. I will try and look into this and figure out what I can figure out. If Max Kellerman was telling
Nigga,
the
go
truth
on
or
box rec and
not.
see, man. This is crazy, man.
Okay, okay, no cap, calm down. I will go on BoxRec and I will look at it and see what's happening. All right, you're saying he won the belt from Canelo?
Yeah. I mean, he
Okay.
been was a 4 division champion when he got the welterweight belt
Hey,
from
he
Zab
said
Judah.
he won the belt from De La Hoya, so you know he don't know
Right,
what
but
he's
he was the
talking
4 division when he beat Zab Judah for the IBF or the IBO, one of the motherfuckers. And
I think it was the
then he got
IBF.
the other belts from Carlos Baltimore, the WBC. So he was already a 4 division champion before he even moved to 54 and fought De La Hoya. So De La
That
Hoya
has
was his
nothing to
fifth
do with
division. That was
lineal,
the
though,
fifth
bro.
belt division he got a belt in was against De La Hoya. And that
That
was at the
has
full
nothing to do with
154.
lineal,
So he's a
though.
five
It has
division
not.
champion, regardless.
He is a 5 division champion. We
Right. And Max
not
said he
talking
wasn't even a
about that.
four.
We
He said
said he not
he said
four
it's only been
times.
a real. He said Manny
Bro, can
Pacquiao and Terrence
somebody
Crawford are
else
the only
talk for
4 division
James?
champions.
We didn't say he wasn't a 5 division champion. He
He
is.
said he wasn't
We
even a
said
real 4
I
division,
said he
dog.
wasn't 4 times lineal. That's what
No,
I
he
said.
didn't. He said there's only four 4 division champions, and that's Manny Pacquiao and
No,
Terrence
he
Crawford.
said
No,
four
he said what
lineal
he said.
champion.
Manny Pacquiao ain't never been lineal champion. When was he lineal champion?
Okay,
Four,
all right. So obviously this conversation is going
yeah,
nowhere. So I'm gonna go around and
yeah.
do closing arguments, please. Cam, are you here? Cam, going once, going twice. Gone. Okay, Tony reviews. Final thoughts, babe. Tony, going once, going twice, Tony.
He out of breath from the push-ups.
All right, well,
No, hold on. My stuff's messing up. Hold on.
get yourself together now. I'll come back to you. Okay. Bud smoking. What's up, baby? Final thoughts. Sorry you came late to the panel. We'll be live
Yeah,
again on Thursday. What's your
I
final
came late.
thoughts,
I
honey?
was watching Netflix, but yeah, salute to the
That's
panel.
okay.
Salute to you.
Salute to you.
Yeah, Bud did what he had to do. He solidified himself the best of the era. Tony reviews. He whooped Canelo like I said he was gonna do, and yeah, I'm chilling. I guess I'm gonna watch Gabriella Front Door tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to watch. Me some Gabby.
Yeah, and just want to establish that I got Keith Thurman stopping Front Door too on the 25th, and that's it.
Ooh, we're gonna come
Hold on.
back to that, baby, as we get closer to the fight. You make sure you come back here and explain that.
Okay, I'll be back.
Hey, before you
All
go
right.
though, is he really the best of this era? Because you still have Usyk out there.
Yeah, he's better. He's better than Usyk.
I
He
mean,
accomplished more than Usyk.
well, by proxy, Usyk can't go up in weight. He can only go from cruiser to heavy. But
Hey, 40
Usyk,
fights.
hold on. Usyk has been extremely outsized in his fights and still won, just like Crawford was in his last fight. But at heavyweight, there is no weight limit. So you can be outweighed by 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 if you count Tyson Fury. So is Crawford really the best of this era?
He is. Now you talking about Usyk now.
No, what I'm
Before you
saying
weren't
is
saying that.
there's an argument. There's an argument to be made between the two of them.
It's cool. Go ahead though.
Bro, Bridgerweight wasn't even a thing when Usyk moved up. I don't even know what that title is.
Wilder made Bridgerweight because long before Usyk, he was beating everybody 30 to 50 pounds heavier than him, but nobody gave him credit for it. They only giving it to Usyk. That's why they made Bridgerweight because Wilder was at such a low weight, knocking out heavyweights. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the reason they made. That's why they made Bridgerweight.
Wilder wasn't knocking out anybody though. When he stepped up in levels, he
What?
got exposed.
All right, man. He didn't knock out nobody.
He
42
didn't.
fights,
He got beat up by
42 knockouts.
every top 10 fighter he fought. He got beat up.
Regardless of who he fought, he knocked out a lot of people that was 30 to 50 pounds heavier than him.
No, I don't disagree with that. But we're talking about like elites of divisions. What I'm saying is Usyk went up to heavyweight, beat all the elites, beat Tyson Fury, who beat Wilder, truth be told, 3 times.
Look, Tyson Fury was elite.
Of the heavyweights, yes.
Okay, what's his biggest win? His best win?
Stopping the 10-year reign of Vladimir Klitschko.
Oh my
All
God!
right,
Come
this
on,
is this
nobody.
is final arguments.
Yeah,
So
go
this
ahead,
is getting
Tony.
into
Yeah,
a whole nother.
we're not gonna get into that. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Tony
so
clearly has some different views than everyone
Yeah.
else. So, final thoughts, guys.
look, Terrence Crawford did what he was supposed to do. He proved to everybody why he's once in a several generation talent. Very good, all-time great fighter by far, all-time great fighter. Best of this era, I don't know because Usyk's there, but I will say that Crawford is more than likely a top 10 ATG off this win over Canelo. Canelo was a good win, regardless if people want to take it away. It's a win that Crawford was supposed to not come away with, and he did. So you got to give him all the credit in the world. Nobody else was beating him at 168. Crawford did, and he made it look easy. So I give Crawford all the credit in the world. Outside of that, Pacquiao was definitely a lineal champion. He was actually, I think, a 5 different weight class lineal champion.
Four lineal champion. Four
I
weight class.
think it's 5.
Nah, it's 4. That's the list that Bud is on now. 4. That's what Max Kellerman was talking about.
We're
It's
not
only
going to go back down this damn road
Yeah.
again. 4
No,
or
no, no,
5, it
no,
don't
no.
matter.
It's 4.
Let's get on with it.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm not trying to argue.
It's
Look
4.
up these weight classes for lineal: flyweight, featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. That's
The
5.
ring belt is lineal belt, and he got it 3 times, same as Crawford, same as Pacquiao. That's why Max Kellerman's full of shit. Y'all want to say championships? Then Floyd's is 5 times. Y'all want to say lineals? Then there ain't no 4 division lineals because the ring belt is the lineal belt. So who got how many ring belts they got? Crawford got 3, Pacquiao got 3, Mayweather got 3. So
They
the
got
point
no,
was
4,
Max
the
was
man.
full of
ring belt
shit,
is not the
trying to
lineal
diminish
belt.
Floyd Mayweather. That's the
Crawford
whole point
got
I was
4,
making.
and so does Pacquiao. But go ahead,
Say
finish
what?
your final thoughts, Tony.
I mean,
You don't know what
really.
the hell you talking about. Stop interrupting me, bro.
Again, I will restate.
Pacquiao only got the
Flyweight,
ring belt
Bro,
at
let him
featherweight.
finish.
flyweight, featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight, welterweight is every division Pacquiao was lineal in. Just look it up. But
Just did.
anyway, obviously you didn't.
I'm looking at it
Listen,
right
I
now.
don't know what's the childish shit y'all got going on, but that's enough. You done with your final thoughts, Tony?
I don't know. Every time I talk, he talks.
He keep
Jesus
talking.
Christ.
Stop lying, and I won't interrupt.
Look, can you share my screen, please?
No, because we're doing final damn thoughts.
Well, I'm trying to get his
We're
final
just
thought out, but I keep
investigative.
getting interrupted, so I could
Tony,
just show
every time you
my.
share the
Investigating.
screen, you
Hold
cook
on,
yourself, and
y'all.
I'll be
1
proven right.
second.
And you still go through this
1
every
second.
time.
No
You can never
cap.
admit you're wrong.
Let the man do his little presentation or whatever he got going on. Okay, Tony, what am I looking at, baby?
Yes, Manny Pacquiao is a lineal champion.
That's not
Recognized
true,
as the
bro. I'm
first
looking at
and
his boxing
only
record
to
now.
win lineal championship in
That
5
AI ain't
different
true,
weight
dog. That's why you
classes.
can't believe AI. That's why you go to box
Flyweight,
rig. Look how many ring belts he got. He got 3 ring belts.
super
Ask the
featherweight.
AI how many ring belts he got. He's not
Oh
5
my
time lineal,
God.
dog. The AI also said Crawford was
You
gonna
see what
knock
I'm
out
saying? You see what I'm saying? Every time
fucking
I talk, he talk.
Pacquiao, Canelo in the
Pause,
11th round,
when
bro.
I'm around. He just can't stop talking when I talk.
Because you
He
telling
gets
some
so
bullshit.
nervous.
I'm tired of listening to this crap.
You get
The
so
ring
nervous when
belt
I
is
talk.
lineal belt. Pacquiao only got 3. Mayweather only got 3. Crawford only got 3.
They got
You don't get.
4. You
You're
keep
not the
saying
lineal
3.
champion
They
until they give you the
literally
ring
have
belt.
4. They have
Technically,
4.
if you want to go by you beat the best guy, they Mayweather's a 5 division lineal too. But y'all want to move the goalposts all the time, but y'all don't want to stick to facts. The ring belt is the lineal belt. Mayweather had 3 of them. Pacquiao had 3 of them. Crawford has 3. That's
They
the end of
have
the story.
4.
Crawford was not the lineal champion at 135.
Okay, let me do something real fast because this dude.
He was not the lineal champion at 54.
Because this has always been a thing.
Okay, so what we're
So,
going to do is we're going to finish with our final thoughts. And I'm not going to say that again. If I got to say it again, I'm just going to go around and be rude and clip every goddamn body. Final
Can you see my
thoughts,
screen one
please.
last time, please, Ty?
Tony, you getting on my damn nerves.
I know, but
What
I just every time I talk, he talks. So I showed it in black and white, and now I'm going to show him something else. Because he keeps saying that to have the ring belt means you're lineal. That's bullshit. There's been lineal champions without the fucking ring belt.
Not in the modern era, nigga. Not since they brought the ring belt.
Fury
Made the
was
ring belt.
Oh my God. All right. That's
You got to
it.
see. The fact is, you got to listen to AI and not the real facts.
No,
Okay.
what you don't understand is you don't understand what the ring belt is. The ring
You
belt
don't
is from the
understand what
ring.
it is.
So, no cap. Final thoughts.
Yeah, all these fraud. That's what I said. Max Kellerman contributed to this nonsense, and this is the problem with boxing, bro. People just want to cap and diminish other people. They don't want to stick to no code, huh? They got zero integrity, bro. Zero fucking integrity. It's pathetic. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of listening to this crap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the ring belt is the lineal belt. That's why they established the ring belt to establish the lineal champion.
It's not, bro.
So it wouldn't be any fucking debates. This is the whole purpose of the Ring Magazine belt. It's like everybody
Tyson
knows.
Fury was the
Everybody
lineal
All
knows
right.
this.
champion.
That's
Thank
following
you.
boxing.
Thank you. Thank
Everybody
you, no
knows this
cap, baby.
shit.
Thank you, no
Everybody
cap.
knows
Thank you,
Crawford beat
baby.
Ricky Burns and that
Thank you
shit at
for coming
35.
up. Thank you,
Everybody
sweetie.
knows
Thank you.
Badgermoff ain't.
Bud, final thoughts.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Tyson Fury, he didn't have the ring belt, and he came back as the lineal champion. So you don't need that belt to be the lineal. But yeah, I'll finish my final thoughts. I want to see this fight tonight. I'm looking forward to it, and Boots fight. I'm not really looking forward to it. I guess I'm gonna watch it, but I'm past that fight. I'm ready. I want to see the Fondor and Keith Thurman, like I said earlier. But that's it. Thanks for having me too.
No problem, baby. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
CJ.
Okay, okay. Shout out, Bud. I've been patiently waiting while these dudes was going at it. Just posted up. I ain't got too much to say for real. I said a lot of shit. You generally know where I'm coming from by the main conversation we had. I really just want to say shout out to you for having me up for the first time and giving my channel a shout out. And I like the way you come at it. You try to be fair about shit. And when you wrong, you admit you wrong. You got a lot more logic and integrity than a lot of these dudes out here. So I really do admire and appreciate that. I come at my
I
shit from the
appreciate
same.
that, CJ.
Yep.
One
I come at
second.
my
One
shit.
second.
Go
One
ahead.
second, CJ. Tony, that's Tony. I'm so sorry. That's my fault, babe. I meant to just close your other screen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick you off. You want to come back and give me your final thoughts? That's fine. I didn't mean to kick you off. I just meant to close your thing. But then I heard you stop talking, so I was like, damn, I kicked Tony. So that's my fault, babe. I didn't mean to do it on purpose.
Oh,
Go ahead,
last things
CJ.
last. Yeah, I got it. Last things last. Bud is my man. Blue is my man, and I want to see people stand on the bets. Shout out Tony for putting them up. As wrong as he was, at least he was willing to cam up and do them push-ups just like I did. So, hey, shout out to like I said, just integrity.
Yeah, what
And I
up,
really
TJ?
appreciate the way. Yeah. I really appreciate the way you run your panel. Like especially during the
Oh,
main
I
conversation.
tried. I
It
tried.
got a little.
I
It did
tried.
get a little loose at the end. I'll say that, but we live and we learn. But no, for the most part, you was like, nah, let this dude have the mic. It makes for a much better conversation than dudes cussing each other out, yelling each over, pull up, drop the addy, all that nonsense. I don't do that on my channel either.
I
So
don't tolerate
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't tolerate none of that kind of shit.
Yeah, you got to be a good moderator, a good host of this shit. So I appreciate you taking control only when you need to, right? Only when people get a little out of pocket or start to go
Yeah, I mean,
sideways.
boys are
So
gonna be boys. I let them do what they're gonna do. They're gonna be boys. But I try to get in there before it get a little out of control.
yeah, it's a fine line. So and you
Oh
got it,
yeah.
man.
I
Ma'am, excuse
appreciate you,
me, not
CJ.
man.
It's okay.
For sure, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, shout
Yeah,
out
and
to
I'll see
everybody.
you tomorrow. Make sure you put your link in the comments. I'm gonna pop up on y'all tomorrow. See what y'all talking about over there. What time do
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
drop it
go
one more
live?
time. I'm
Put
thinking
it
like
in
4
the
p.m.
chat
4
so I
p.m.
can.
Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm on Pacific. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Cali, so
Okay,
4 p.m.
4
Pacific.
Eastern. Okay.
Yep. You on the East?
I'm on the East Coast. Yes.
Yeah. So 7 your time. I don't want to get it twisted. 7 your time.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
7 my time.
definitely hear the
7.
East Coast accent.
For sure.
7 my time. I gotta remember that. Okay, but make sure you drop it in the chat before you go so I can get that. And y'all make sure y'all go ahead and sub up to CJ. I'm
Thank you.
sorry, Tony. I meant to just close your thing, babe. What happened? What else did you want to say?
No, you're fine. All I was saying is I got kicked. There's been more than one lineal champion that did not have the Ring Magazine title.
No, CJ, in the full chat, in the chat below, so everybody could see it. And I want to make sure
Oh
to
no, I did both. I want to make sure I did both.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, peace out. On that note, I'm out. One.
All right. Have a good night. All right, Tony, go ahead, babe.
What the Ring Magazine title signifies is who the Ring Magazine believes is number one. That's who holds that. The lineal titleship is deemed to the person who beats the lineage of the reigning champions. Now, sometimes they can be synonymous to where you can win the lineal and the Ring magazine at the same time. But you have other times to where you could have somebody that the Ring magazine thinks is number one, and then somebody else be the lineal. As Bud mentioned earlier, Fury was a lineal champion without the Ring magazine title. So you don't always have to be the Ring magazine holder belt to be lineal. That's just, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And it was in black and white, and he don't like it in black and white. Once again, he was right about his Bud pick, but he's wrong about his history every single time. But that's all I gotta say. Appreciate
Okay,
you for
baby.
letting me back on.
Oh, you know it, Tony. I'll talk to you. Bud, we done, babe? Oh, guess he was. Okay. All right, y'all. As y'all can see, these boys get a little razzle dazzle. Mother got to get in there and get control. But a great show as always. I love the conversation we're having. We are moving into a little bit more of an educated conversation, which I love. Not so much of the angry back and forth stuff. There are a couple of cards on tonight, as I already discussed. They are probably on now, which I will be going to catch them. I will definitely let you guys know throughout the week. You guys know to look out for my boxes, Dirty Secrets. I'm going to be rolling out my female version sometime this week, too. I got a little sidetracked. I was supposed to roll that out last week, but I did not. But look forward this week. I will be rolling out my female version of the boxes, Dirty Secrets, as well. Um, any news updates, y'all know I will post it on my community page, or I will just flat out make a video if it's interesting enough. We are gearing up for some more fights. I believe the next fight we have up is Bouts on the 11th, so that should definitely be interesting outside of some other smaller cards throughout the rest of this month. So I will keep you guys posted. I will see you guys next week. Y'all behave. Y'all have a good night. And until next time, y'all know what to do, baby. Catch mother on a